Greetings! Oh, that was almost in stereo.
Did you like that?
If they have two speakers, maybe they would be in stereo.
Right,
That's kind
right.
of cool. Welcome back, guys. To my left, we have
Zenith Dark Sky, or Zach, or Zenith Dark Ski, if you really want to get on my nerves.
the amazing Darkski. Yes,
Yeah.
you forgot about that one. And it is I, Matt, a.k.a. Matrix Gaming, here with you again. And to my right,
Hey, it's me, Joe.
Jodio,
Jodio. It's not the
Little
first
Joe,
the man.
the man.
Yeah, there's no myth, there's no legend there.
Nope, just lots of shades of purple.
There is a legend
It's,
there. It's Legend, remember? That's your
Oh,
name.
yeah, legend.
It's your gaming name.
LEJJEND.
Mm-hmm.
Or J-Dub squared.
J-Dub squared. That sounds like a youth pastor that might touch the kids, though, so
Wow.
that might not be, might not
Wow.
I don't know if I
He's
go for
working on.
J-Dub
He's working on.
squared.
He's working on.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. How was your week, fellas?
Well, it was a week. I got sick again.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep. Had some good streams. Did some solo streaming this week. Trying to figure out my kind of preferred platform, I guess, right now. Just because there's been a lot of... So for you, your TikTok streams have been popping off. Been doing pretty great. I mean, even on slow days, does pretty great.
Yeah.
On my slow days on TikTok cuts it off. Because if on TikTok, if you're streaming, fun fact, if you stream for too long, without any interaction, it dies. Like, TikTok's like, oh, it's not worth our time anymore, and they cut it off. So, that's happened a couple times, so I was like, I'm going back to Twitch. Back to old mama Twitch, where I came from.
Daddy TikTok don't love me.
Daddy TikTok don't love me.
Well, that's cool. How's work been? Good week?
Yeah, it's a pretty good week. It's pretty fun. Did some selling, did some videos.
Nice. Little
Our
social
rare-
media push.
Yeah, our rare find of the week over there was the Pikachu edition Nintendo 64. 350 bones, brother, but it's worth it.
That's super cool. Was that was the one that was a different color, wasn't it?
It's
Yellow.
blue and yellow.
Blue and
There's
yellow,
Pikachu
yeah.
on the front, and
Yep.
then you hit the power button, which is a Pokeball, and the reset button is his foot. So that's cute. You get to tickle his foot to reset it. Don't get too carried away because resetting it over and over is going to hurt your game.
I
but,
love tickling
and then
Pikachu.
his cheeks light up when you hit the power button,
I did not know that.
and it comes with a yellow controller.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
I remember the yellow control. That's where I got the yellow, I think, from. What about you, Joe? How was your week, man?
Mine was actually pretty uneventful. I've been keeping up with y'all on the streams. Other than that, my girlfriend has a really good possibility at a new job. So,
Heck
we're
yeah.
hoping that
Hey,
works too.
yes, absolutely. Woo! I'll clap for that. That's awesome. Keep us in the loop on the next one, will you?
Absolutely.
And
The applause sign.
yeah, the applause sign we just lifted up. No, like you, streams have been going really well. We've done a little bit of collabing. I haven't done any solo this week. It was more of just when I could. Slanche.
Open, man.
That's sweeter.
Let's
I
go
like
ahead. We can go ahead and introduce these
Yeah,
ones real
we,
quick. So right now we're opening up some Red's Wicked Apple, another cider that Zenith Dark Sky hates.
He loves it.
Is
A
it
little bit
good?
sweeter.
That's your first.
This could be dangerous. I've never had
That's
this.
your
Yeah.
first time.
It
with that
tastes
one?
like I'm drinking apple juice.
I hope it does because I like apple juice. but
You're
I hate
gonna
It
like
tastes
this
like
one.
apple juice with a little bit of a bite.
Oh, I see. I don't
There is
like
no
the
bite.
bite though. We'll see.
It's apple juice.
Yeah, I could do that one.
Yeah, that is
That's
not
fine.
bad.
That was fine.
Woo!
Yeah, I know.
Red's
That's
wicked
pretty good.
apple has made him convert. Lord, he's now an
Nope, didn't
Apollonian.
convert. It's
Yeah.
just better than the other one.
Yeah, we've got tiers of horribleness that he's describing.
yeah.
It's like, if you start in the basement, the only way to go is up.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could dig below the
Hey,
basement.
well, and that's where I guess
Angry?
no,
Woodchuck.
they might be. I guess
Woodchuck's a ho
they?
ho ho. He doesn't mean it, Woodchuck. No, but we did have some success, I think, and it's kind of cool with the cross-platform piece, where we're starting off on TikTok. We do really well on a couple of games, and then it seems like it tapers off sometimes.
I think it depends. So, like, TikTok is one of those things where you definitely want to do what's popular, but somehow we're succeeding with Blood Hunt, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt.
Which is not vastly popular.
no,
Yeah,
it's-
it was
it's really
very
not.
successful when it was big, when it first came out, and then they killed it off, and so it's very low player base. But so like, so you really like that, huh?
I love that.
So like,
That is dangerous, man.
Marvel
Woo!
Rivals, stuff like that, that's current right now, does extremely well. New single player games, and they drop do very, very well. Fortnite always does well.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
there. Fortnite.
And but somehow we're making it work. Although when I switched to Twitch the other night, that was what made me kind
Explode.
of revert back to Twitch. I went back, got rated with 27 viewers or so
right,
like that, and then it just stayed steady the whole time, 30, 40. I mean, at the end of it, I think over 100 unique viewers came in or something like that. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, it made me feel back to my old Twitch self when I used to do the thing.
We gotta get some games that Joe can join us on. He can't join us on Vamp. He joins us and watches and supports us, Joe.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Didn't you play
I
with
played
us on
Rivals. I've got Rocket League.
Oh yeah, he was Squirrel Girl and he couldn't hit anything.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
I played it,
yes, you
so.
did, and that was fun. All kidding aside, it was really fun.
I love Marvel Rivals.
We ran
Matt
Mag
is
Bastage
beginning
deep.
to hate it.
No, I
Yeah,
hate
we
competitive.
were six. We were five,
We had,
six.
were you on when Nico
60.
was on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
So we were 60.
we were
at one
60
point.
Mag
It was-
Bastage. Let's just want to take a second and pause. So we've done one episode so far.
One episode.
One singular episode is what we've done. This is the second episode, but I'm kind of taken aback. And we've actually, before the podcast, we were kind of talking about it. You guys, the listeners, have shown up in droves.
Yeah. You guys blew. So again, I am a content creator who has been doing stuff in the space for a while. I've helped other people do the thing, and you guys blew us away.
Yeah.
Just from someone who has seen this and experienced this before, you guys blew us away. It went crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much.
Big round of applause.
Woo, for you guys, seriously.
Yes.
And it was on multi-platform, right? So we've got different things everywhere. The podcast, obviously, its home is here on Spotify.
Yeah. You
We
can hear
are
us on YouTube as well.
We are. Zach actually crafted that, and we threw it over and put it on to YouTube.
Yep.
And so the full podcast is available because not everybody likes Spotify. That's fine, or not everybody has Spotify. So we put the full, and we'll do that with this episode too. Put it on YouTube. But you guys, we're dropping little behind the scenes type stuff and
Easter eggs.
little Easter eggs and little hints and little along the journey type pictures and stuff on Facebook, and then a little bit on TikTok too. And you guys are hitting on all platforms. But I was really blown away. Like when I first saw, I was like, I was happy, at least somebody listened to it, you know. And then partnering with Zach, he was like, "Time out, bro. This is actually really good." So
Yeah, he was like, he's like, this looks good. This looks really good. And I was like, brother. And I was like monotone because I was like tired and sick. But I was like, dog, don't let my lack of surprise sounding voice here alert you any other way. This is fantastic. We're doing great.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys, and thank you for everybody who's been a part of this too. All the Peanut Gallery, Joe, Zach. Really, really do appreciate it. It's been awesome, man. It's been a lot of fun too in the process. So definitely just wanted to tell you guys thank you. So one more thing on that note, because we do want feedback from you guys. I know I had some feedback from some of you. You've reached out to me directly, those who know me, and you've given me some very, very valuable feedback that I've talked to the guys about, and we're implementing in phases as we go. But something we didn't give you was our email.
Yes.
So it is beerandwingspod@gmail.com.
Yes.
And the word "and" is spelled out. It is beer and wings pod.
Emails aren't fans of symbols.
No, not fan of symbols, but beerandwingspod@gmail.com. If you guys have any feedback, if there's something you want us to cover, if we, we're doing some kind of a poll or whatever, or we're looking for stories to add to our things, and you guys want to contribute. Sponsorship opportunities as well. Currently working with a couple, 3 different potential sponsors for us. So thank you guys for your interest early and believing in us early, that you would even meet with us and talk about these things. So it's super sick, and you guys are amazing. We do have Dubby, and we had another sponsor you were going to mention today as well.
I'm working on partnering with Glitch, who is also an energy drink company. They use some different ingredients, so it would give people that option. So if they look at Dubby and they're like, I'm not a big fan of some of their ingredients, then we potentially might have some dealings with Glitch here soon, and they do some different things too. Also different logos and everything. Glitch uses a cute little fox logo, so if you want to do the fox kind of thing, or you like the big old Dubby,
the melty face, I love Dubby. But and that is Dubby.gg, and if you guys use the code word is Matrix, MATTRIXXZ, you'll save at least 10% on your order. And flip side is Dubby actually pays me for talking about them. So if you guys buy, you save money, and then Dubby has to pay me a little bit of money too. So it's kind of cool. Dump it right back into the show for you.
Keeps us paying bills, keeps us doing the thing for you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So again, I want to give a shout out to everybody, all the listeners, but specifically Peanut Gallery and Mag Bastages. You guys showed up so big, and really do appreciate you guys being here. So,
and you know what the biggest thing that I saw going around on Facebook and everything for us was sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
It is such a it's such a big thing. And that's the thing. If you're having fun, don't be selfish. You can be selfish with your wings. You don't have to share those. But if you like what you're hearing, if you enjoy the content, the back and forth between the three of us here, then by all means, please share it. And it helps us out too, because we're trying to grow the following here. And it enables us to do more things to entertain you guys down the road, which is super cool. So I do want to definitely give a shout out, by the way. We went to, it's located in Cabot, Arkansas. So if you're not from Arkansas or you're not from Cabot, if you're just trekking through and trying to get past this state as fast as possible, take time, get some gas in Cabot, and stop at Deer Creek Fire and Stone. So it's absolutely amazing. We like the place. We love the place, I'd say.
Yeah.
But we went in there, and as always, 100% blown away. The atmosphere is super cool. The food, my God, is phenomenal.
It's great.
I'm a huge fan of their wings, too. They have a flavor called Nashville Hot that is... my gosh, one of my favorite wings ever.
Bring it on the show.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to bring that on the show. But I want to give a shout out to a couple of servers who have been phenomenal to us multiple times. We had Steven. Steven is a ball of energy, just a super cool guy. And then we had Meredith that blew us away, man. Like every time we turned around, she was right there taking care of us, talking to us, good communication, super friendly.
Shout out to those guys.
Shout out to Steven and Meredith from...
I've been there, and they have live music on Thursdays.
Yeah, that's right. You had told me about that, and they had mentioned it to me. I forgot until you reminded me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the date was amazing too. I actually... busy schedules, and not a whole lot of time to spend with the old wife, and it was fun, just the two of us to hit pause, sit down for a second, eat some food, and spend some time together. So thank you for asking. It was a lot of fun. But speaking of wings, you made me hungry. I was wondering why he was over here drooling. I was like, Joe, what's going on with you? So
get into the meat of it.
The wings,
actual meat of it.
The actual meat of it. The wings today are again this week from Rock House in Searcy, Arkansas.
They look good.
Yeah, they smelled amazing. Autumn got mad in the car.
I want them.
She was like, I don't think it's fair that I can't be up there chewing on these wings.
She can eat some of the wings.
Well, she's already called whatever's left. Just letting you know.
Okay.
She's called them this time. Now, this week we went with the coolest side, the Renegade flavor. The Renegade flavor is a garlic.
Mama, I can hear you cry. Okay.
Every time he sings, I don't want to eat.
It's an appetite killer.
It makes me nauseous. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. But no, the Renegade, it's a garlic parmesan.
I've sold albums, okay, I promise.
And then we went on the other side of the flavor and heat spectrum. It was One Love, which is a Jamaican jerk. It's
not the U2 song.
No.
I'm not. That's my hot take for the day. Yeah. I'm not a fan of U2.
You too? Me either. Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, Lord.
Oh, come on. Anyway, so you guys, what are we eating first? Are we going to hit the One Love, which are the ones on the left, or are we going to hit the Renegade, which are the ones on the right?
I think it's always better to go less hot to hot.
Okay. Spear up, gentlemen. Spear up.
Spears at the ready. I say that as I'm digging in to try to get one. That's a saucy boy right there. I like that one. Little saucy thing.
What do you think?
Oh, that's good.
Joe's a fan.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
One. Let me get my napkin out of here. A little ASMR for the bag. Is it in the beard?
Got a little...
That's for later, man. You know about it.
Beard decoration. Save that bite for later.
Natural flavor saver.
The napkin ripped on me.
I really like that a lot.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's what is the flavors of the Renegade?
That is garlic parmesan.
Okay.
There's a hint of dill and a little bit of saltiness to it.
The dill is what was sticking out to me, and speaking of pickle things, but
oh yes.
But yeah, the dill's what's sticking out to me, and I will say I like these better than what's the pizza place that a couple pizza places do garlic parmesan. I think Pizza Hut. I think they do it, but
Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to say Domino's might have the garlic parmesan as well, or Papa John's, one of the two.
I've had the garlic parmesan from Wing Shack, and I like those. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
these are definitely better. I'm a fan.
I like those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like those.
So next up, I could probably keep eating those. That's dangerous.
Really
Yeah, no, that is.
So
that is
we're gonna hit the the One Love next. This is a Jamaican jerk.
A Jamaican jerk. Don't call me that, dude.
Smells good.
That does smell good.
What's that word that they use all the time?
Bomba clock.
There it is. I do remember that word. Is that? I don't know if that's a bad word.
I've never heard that word.
I don't know if that's a bad word, by the way. Sorry, guys. To our young Jamaican audience out there.
He said it.
Oh no.
That's tasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's got a sweet heat to it, but that's good.
I like that.
Also a fan.
Yeah.
I like that.
Definitely more sweet than heat.
Yeah.
But Papa Zenny
It's more
likes
sweet
that.
than heat, but it's got that little bit of bite to it. Like it's not.
Hey.
overly
Peanut
hot.
Gallery, you guys want to try
Take a drink
the flavor
your,
of the wings?
Take a drink of your Red's Wicked after a bite of that.
Jamie, you want to try some?
Anybody want to try the wings?
That's good stuff, dude. The sweetness helps with that flavor a lot.
Let him try that
This is
one
garlic
first. Yep.
Parmesan.
There it is.
Now the heat's kicking in a little bit more than
A
the
little
sweet.
bit. Yeah, the heat's in the back for sure. You going for Renegade?
Yeah, that's the Renegade.
Oh, I thought that was garlic.
Yeah, they call it
It is.
Parmesan.
It's called the
they call it
Renegade.
they call it the Renegade.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's tasty.
Then we're letting James try the Jamaican jerk.
Letting the peanut gallery out here take some bites.
This is actually pretty good, dude.
Is that good? You like that?
Salty.
It is definitely salty.
Yeah. She's opening that ranch. I told you.
Yep.
So you go from salty to something that is also salty?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how it works. That's how Anthony Bourdain told me. R.I.P.
Before you
Yeah.
left this world.
Okay.
Yeah. we didn't have
So
to bring
from
that
the
part
peanut
up.
gallery, James said that it reminds him of salty garlic bread.
Yeah. I pick up on that.
Is that good? Yeah. That was nice. Okay.
All right. Well, we may leave these out and
Yeah.
snack on these
Well,
just a
like
little
we-
bit.
like we did
I
last
know
time.
Autumn's wanting to try them here in a little bit. Angelo was wanting to try it too.
Yeah, the spice isn't. Yeah,
That
the
spice is
at
yet
the
to
end.
leave me, by the way.
Yeah, once it hits there, it's kind of there.
Yeah,
It's not that it's
definitely
bad
lingers.
or unbearable by any means. It's just
It's doing my tongue.
Yeah.
Is what it's doing.
it's a nice warm little hug on the tongue,
I'm spicy and
like
I
on
love
SpongeBob when the hot sauce,
you. Yeah.
where it's like the smell comes up and. Or no, is that the ugly episode where a smell comes up and like hugs
it's-
his nose?
Yeah, it hugs his nose.
I've got the ugly.
All right, rating time.
Okay, well I gave those last ones both a 7. Honestly, I think those garlic parm. I think that's gonna sit an 8 for me,
Ooh.
which
All
is
right.
which is wacky for me.
I know.
It's
That's
hard
what
to-
caught me off guard there.
And then the One Love here. I think still a 7, but definitely a better 7. 7.5.
No,
maybe.
we went with the 0.5.
Yeah, a
All
little
right.
better than that last. Either that, or I'd have to take the previous ones down to a 6. But I don't think they were that bad.
They weren't worthy of a 6 for sure.
So, yeah.
Joe, what you thinking, man? What's your scores?
So I'm thinking 7
Okay.
with the garlic parmesan.
Okay.
If they were a little less salty, it'd be right up my alley. I mean, it would be great, but that saltiness just is almost overpowering a little bit.
It's definitely prevalent. I agree with you on
Yeah.
that for sure.
And
Yep.
when I'm eating chicken wings, there's already enough sodium. I'm not trying to taste it while I'm doing it.
Oh man, you don't like taste sodium?
Yeah, I don't like to taste heart disease.
Oh okay.
No.
But he has a salt lick in his car when he's
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
yeah.
What you don't
Stays
see is
busy.
the big block
I do
that's
too.
usually
Yeah.
used for deer hunting is in my trunk right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, I got to pull over. It's salt lick
Yeah.
time.
Whew, that caught me off guard a little bit there. That when that driver cut me off, I need to pull over and get myself a little lick. See here.
Yeah, the One Love, I'm gonna go also with a 7.
Yeah?
They're good, not quite as good to me as the Smells Like Habanero from last week.
Okay, that's fair. So, what are you giving them?
I'm gonna go with a 7.
7?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7 on that. I mean, they're
Okay.
good. They're definitely a flavor that I could add to the rotation from time to time.
Yeah.
Add to the
Just
rotate. This
when it
man eats
comes
his
to the-
wings, brother. He
Like when
adds
it comes to
the
the
rotation.
flavor compared to the one
Okay.
that we had last time, it's just not quite as good to me. as that one.
These? You
Yeah.
don't think? Okay, so I'm the polar opposite. I actually prefer this flavor over the Smells Like Habanero.
But now
Okay.
everyone in the audience hates us because they're like, "You don't like spicy wings. You
No.
wanted the sweeter wings."
I like the fact that at first I was like, it's more sweet than anything else, and then the heat is still in my mouth. So I'm a really big fan of the of this one over the Smells Like Habanero from last week
Yeah.
or last episode. I will definitely say that that one wins for me on there. So I'll give that one a solid 7.5 on the One Love.
Next week you're gonna bring the hottest in, right?
Nope, no, we have another couple of flavors. They have 9 total flavors. So
Okay.
next episode we'll try
Are we
2
saving
more.
the hottest for last.
Saving the hottest for last, buddy. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. Flavor's good, heat's good. For me, it's not better than their Under Pressure. That's
Yep.
my favorite. But yeah, definitely a solid contender and a good wing. The Renegade, not for me.
Not yours.
Not at all. And it's no offense because I know there's people that like that. You guys like the flavor a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to tie off or play off of what Joe said. saltiness is just too much for me.
Right.
The garlic, the flavor hit really, really clean and good. But when you have the
love
creamy
garlic, man.
sauce, not really for me. I like more of a barbecue-y type sauce, or a syrupy type sauce, not creamy sauce. The garlic was good, overpowering salt. They were moist, they were warm, no complaints about any of that, and the flavor wasn't god awful.
Yeah.
Giving Renegade a 3.
Ooh,
yeah, and it's no
Lord.
offense to Rock House or people who like them, but those are not my kind of wings. I don't.
man.
I would not order those again.
God bless it.
That's me.
That's
No offense, they're good, but they're just
Lord
not.
have
If I'm like,
mercy,
hey, I'm going to
three.
spend X amount of dollars on some wings,
Right.
I'm not going to buy those.
Okay, so what if I brought him to the party though? What if I bring him
I'd-
to the party? You gonna throw
I'd
down on him a little bit?
Eat the
or-
pretzels. No,
Oh,
I'm
no.
kidding. I would. I'd try those again, but they wouldn't be what I would order. Does that make
Right,
sense?
right.
So I'd say for me, 3.5. Just not crazy about it. I like more of a spicy than a salty wing. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of lemon pepper wings myself.
Lemon pepper.
Yeah, I
Oh my
love
God.
lemon pepper wings.
Sorry guys to tell you, Jodio has left the show.
This just in, he has been evicted.
Yeah.
So the wings, I thought they were good this week.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased because last week they did have my favorite. I shouldn't have started with those. The under pressures are my favorite, but
You wanted to start off strong, man.
yeah.
Well, that's what we'll say.
Actually, I just wanted my wings.
Yeah.
So they were rather good, but
He said if this podcast really turns out bad, at least I got some
I
wings
got
I like.
my under pressures. So yeah, this speaking of the podcast, today's episode, we're going to be diving into something a little spooky.
Ooh.
And oh my goodness, I got the chicken
That's
willies.
scary. Did that scare you?
I potted in my pants.
Oh my Lord.
So we've oh my gosh,
Oh
do
my
not
goodness.
do that.
Oh my God, dude! I was like, I'm going away.
I think I just shit pants a little bit. Okay, so Angela walks into the loft studio here. I thought she was carrying our grandson, and I'm like, oh look, Oliver's gonna be up here, and then she trips and drops
drops
the
it.
baby doll that's
Yeah.
the same size as Oliver, and all I could do was barely breathe for a second. Thanks.
I literally just
God.
had tingles go up my spine when that
Dude, it
happened.
was good, but at the same like it was funny.
Am I
after
red in the
fact.
face right
Yeah.
now? Because I'm feeling a little bit of like,
Dude.
she's in right the adrenaline.
I looked away. I was like, I can't believe that just happened in front of me.
There's
dude.
no way Angela dropped. She would have evolved immediately, grown another arm to catch that boy.
Oh my
but,
Lord.
Yep, I definitely pissed or shit myself one. Something happened right at that moment. So
Either way, spooky episode.
yeah, spooky episode.
Yeah,
right,
we're
right
already
on
getting the
cue.
crap scared out of us.
Hey, so
What a way to start it.
the guys, we were all talking. We were having a couple beers and talking. There's the Ollie man. Hey,
There's the baby.
buddy. We were talking, and we a week or so ago we were talking about, hey, what do we want to do on this podcast? And all three of us have been through some weird things that we can't explain. So we thought, what better way to do it than to actually share some of our stories? These are unique stories. We're going to kind of do a round robin thing where everybody gets a chance to share a couple of their stories. It's weird.
It's weird.
I don't know your stories. Y'all don't know mine, but there's things I can tell you in this life.
Things happen on this realm, on this plane of existence.
Ooh, you made it all scientific.
Yes.
Discover America.
They just
Yeah.
defy explanation.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It absolutely defies any kind of. And I'm a very logical person. I'm an emotional thinker too, but I'm a very logical thinker. Except for when it's like something I can't explain. Sometimes I'm Shaggy and Scooby. You know, I'm just like zoinks, and I want to take off. You know, I'm just like and I want to run away. So those kind of things happen. But other times I'm the Daphne or the Velma or the Fred, and I'm like, hey, hang on, gang. You know, and I try to get in and try to figure out like, what happened.
That's a pretty good old school Fred, dude. That was a pretty good 60s
But,
Fred.
Next time you just need to wear like a white shirt with a blue polo underneath, red ascot.
Yeah,
that's what that's
What'd you
called,
call me?
mascot.
What'd you call? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, buddy. I'm fighting words around here. But I don't know where that voice came from.
Bro, you went down to Louisiana
I'll
for a
tell
second.
you what. But yeah, we're going to share our stories, guys, and I will attest. I'll put my hand on the Bible, whatever else. In front, well, these guys know me. I'm not a liar in any stretch, but the stories I'm going to share, 100% gospel truth, and there's witnesses to some of them. So
In the Bible. In the Bible.
yeah,
And
It's
this
in
is
the
a
Bible.
perfect time to do this.
The Beer and
because-
Wings Bible.
Yeah, because
Yes.
this weekend is the pink moon.
The pink moon. I don't
It
know
is
what
the
that
pink
means.
moon. It is the
it's
first
the club
full
he
moon of
dances
April.
at.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the pink moon is the first full moon of April, and it's called the pink moon because of a particular flower that is vibrantly pink that blooms in the month of April.
What's the cover charge?
Cover charge is $5 at the door. It's $2.50 if you buy in advance.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
If you wear purple, you get free entry.
Oh, he brought the purple that time. It was
He did.
Yeah, no.
I heard it. I heard it here.
Yeah, you. I came in and I was apologizing. I was like, I said it, and then he was like, if you wear purple. So yes, at the
Yeah.
Pink Moon, if you wear purple, how much of a discount do they get you?
It's free entry.
Free entry.
to the
Woo,
Pink
that's
Moon.
easy.
That's a woo.
I might have some purple laying around.
All right, so
All right, who wants to start?
let's
with
say bye to Ali and Angela.
Goodbye,
Bye,
Ali.
Ali. Love you, buddy.
Easily
Yeah.
our youngest listener.
Yes,
Easily.
the youngest listener.
Who's starting
Nose goes.
with ghost stories? Times. Oh,
Joe's
it was
first.
Joseph.
All
All
right.
right, I'll go first.
We're going to try to keep these stories
Joe-yo.
succinct because
Yeah.
I know some of my stories, man. If I start getting wrapped in the feels, just give me a little poke or an elbow.
You're gonna have to do the same with mine.
I got you. And same thing, Joe. If we feel like because you
I'll
live
throw
this.
the ranch at you
Yeah.
if you get a little too outrageous.
So we don't want to spare too many details, but it's easy to get into these stories and not shut up about them because
Yeah.
it gripped you.
Because
Yeah,
it's our
no,
experience.
and it's something that you like when you experience these, you don't easily forget them.
And anybody out there that's
personal-
listening that's experienced something, I'll tell you now. We called out the email. We're going to get to Joe's here in just a second.
Yeah. Send
so
your stories.
send your stories to us, and
We could read them in October.
yeah, we could either
October.
save them for October. If there's one that really makes us, like what the heck, we may reach out to you to get a little bit more detail, and we may very well share your story on the podcast. This kind of stuff intrigues me. I'm just going to say that. I love supernatural stuff.
Anything that can't be explained.
Yes, it makes my brain go, huh? And I have to try to figure it out.
Yeah,
so.
because I'm like you. I'm a very logical person.
Right.
Most things have an explanation,
Indeed.
but these things completely blow my mind and defy any explanation I can think of.
Yeah.
So starting off,
Yeah, Joe, here you go.
I used to work at a shoe store that is no longer in business.
Okay.
It was in a local mall here. And after hours one night, I'm on one side of the store, picking up, cleaning up, not touching anything in the area. Completely across the store, shoes start falling off the shelves. Like entire boxes of shoes. Now,
Wow.
Now, we sure it wasn't just Michael Jackson's ghost.
El Hee
Yeah, yeah, coming in. Yeah, El Hee Hee. Yeah,
El Hee Hee.
coming in there, trying some
Maybe
shoes
because
on.
it was children's shoes.
Okay, so yeah, they works.
Oh, man. I was a second behind on that one. Okay.
That was so
I was
good.
like, what the hell? Oh, now I get it. But yeah, go ahead.
So no,
Bastard.
the crazy thing is like I was thinking, oh, like maybe a couple of them fell off the shelf or something like that. They
Right.
just weren't on there good.
Right.
But reviewing the footage, because there were security cameras in the building, reviewing the footage, nobody was anywhere near them. They were perfectly secure on the shelf, and it was multiple shoes over multiple different sections on different shelves.
Did you enhance?
I mean,
CSI has taught us one thing: that everything is can magically be enhanced.
yes, because everything can go from 460p to 1080 in a little
When
small
it gets
square.
really close, yeah.
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 It's the pixel. The
Yeah.
one pixel is actually 1080, but when they put them together, they look ugly.
Yeah,
it looks
it's-
like 480.
It's only the ones inside that little green square on CSI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Bastards.
always just that. Yeah.
But
It's a
yeah, no,
trick.
like to me,
It's a trick.
Like I look, I tried to figure out anything. I checked the shelves after almost peeing on myself because it scared me. But it honestly completely defies any
And you
explanation.
and maybe I
No
missed
shake,
it, but
no
it happened multiple times.
There were multiple different pairs of shoes in
Okay.
multiple different sections on multiple different shelves
Okay.
that all fell.
They all fell.
And you were the only one in the store.
I was the only one in the
Only
store.
one.
Gate was down. It was after closing.
And they were
Right.
everything was fine, chill.
Everything was perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Air conditioner.
Had you zoned it?
Had you zoned that area? Clean?
Yeah,
Good call.
Because I would start on the children's side
That's the
and
former
work my way
retail
to
in
the
me.
Yeah,
others.
right?
Yeah, like I would start my way on the children's side because that's usually people put their kids to bed fairly early and stuff, especially during the weekdays. And so I start on the kids' side and work my way around the outer wall and then back snake through the aisles. Well, I'm on the other side of the wall. I'd already checked, make sure everything was good, everything was perfectly fine. The shoes were how they were supposed to be fitted and everything. You check the boxes when you're zoning,
He
make
even
sure
put
that
'em on.
nothing's going to fall.
Tried them
Put
on.
them
I was like,
on.
well, this
It
one
sounds
fits
like
my
you went
hands.
so thorough. Yeah, you put them on.
Oh.
Yeah, I check the sizes, make sure, no.
Yeah.
But it just, there's nothing I could think of because the air conditioner was running, but it didn't just kick on or turn off. So there's no like change in pressure in there or
Right.
anything. It
Any
just,
shaking or anything? No,
No.
because it was in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because Arkansas is prone to some earthquakes that
Little
people
tremors.
don't know
Yeah,
about
but-
sometimes.
But
With
just
the earthquakes
one
and stuff,
section
but
of
yeah,
it's
shoes.
it's still weird.
That's
It-
weird.
Yeah, it's like one in this section, one in this section, completely different shelves, and I mean, it didn't happen anywhere else in the store.
Yeah, it was MJ, dude. That was LD.
L-E-E.
L-E-E.
So does that conclude the story of the
Yeah,
shoe store
that's
ghost?
the shoe store, okay.
So I want to give feedback in the moment. So I think is that okay with you guys if we do that,
Yeah.
like right fresh for
Yeah,
each
tell
story?
me I'm an idiot, dude.
No,
I'm
so
good with it.
I think if I were there in the moment, this is how I'm going to preface my opinions here. If I were there in the moment, it would have definitely been a Shaggy Scooby moment for me.
Yep.
Like it would have been the what the hell? What did
What
that just
the-
happen? What the hell? You know, what just happened kind of thing.
Like zoinks!
Yeah. Uh-oh. So that was not Scooby. I
That-
summoned a demon.
That was sick, dude.
Ruh-roh.
Diablo!
The Diablo. We've got I think in the moment out of a scale of spooky on 10, I'm going to say probably initially about a 7. That would have got my attention for sure. Hearing it from the outside perspective, my brain, like we talked about earlier, I'm instantly going logical and trying to not
firing off
necessarily,
solutions.
yeah, not debunk. I don't want to say debunk necessarily in this case, but try to figure out the why.
We gotta
Why
solve
did that
the
happen?
case.
So definitely a 7 on the spooky scale. If I were in your shoes, it's a shoe store ghost. Get it in your shoes? Yeah. If I was there, yeah, it's probably a 7 for me. That was pretty spooky. What do you think
Yeah,
on the Joe's El Hee story?
I am the dude in the horror movie that gets killed. Because, well, first of all, I
What was
should
that
have
sound?
said it a minute ago. Something that makes this interesting is I don't believe in ghosts. You'll hear some very scary stories from me in a minute that you're going to be like, yo, and you don't believe in ghosts after that? And I'm going to tell you no. But don't get me wrong, I think scary stuff can happen, and I think some pretty wacky stuff can happen. But I don't know, it's just logical side of me kicks in more than any other side of me. So, there's a gnat or
I
something
saw it. It
flying
landed on
around.
your forehead. Beelzebub,
Yeah,
Lord of the Flies.
We brought him in when you summoned your Shaggy or your Scooby a minute ago.
Yeah, you summoned the gnat.
Either way, so I would say I wouldn't have peed myself. Like it wouldn't have been crazy to me. I don't know, man. Stuff falls off stuff all the time in my house, and like
Spider sense tingling though. Just like
yeah,
what was
it's
that?
not one of my stories that I'm here to tell today. But I mean, her phone, my wife's phone. I put this in the sink at one point. No water on it or anything, but her phone in the sink. And I swear to God, we were talking, and I looked out of the corner of my eye, and this thing like slid and jumped out of the sink. And there's no angle to it. It's a sink. It's a bowl. I'm pretty sure that thing just went flying out of the sink, dude.
For the listeners, he's doing a very good bowl impression.
Yeah,
You'd
it's
have
a
to see
very good
this.
bowl shape with my hands.
Yeah, you know, he has experience with the tech decks.
Yes, I did play with a lot of tech decks. But, so anyways, I don't know, I'd probably give it a 3. I'm sure in the moment it was probably a lot scarier, but for me personally, I've seen it kind of happen. I've seen things like that happen where I was just kind of like, eh.
That's
Now, having said that, I am a lazy enough employee that after closing and that would have happened, I'd be like, I didn't see it.
I already cleaned that up. The camera saw it.
That's for the opener.
Well, great. That was a definite. Yeah, that kind of stuff's weird, dude.
Yeah.
For sure. My first story, I'm going to tell you about one where I didn't actually see any ghost, right? But that, and I'll try to keep it concise because there was a lot of weird things that happened at this house. I had a friend that he was, spiritually awakened or whatever, and he could sense. And he told me that there was, and I never told him necessarily. He came over to my house and he told me that I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas at the time, and he told me that there's an evil spirit in this house and all this. And I was like, whatever, kind of like Zach's position. I was just like, whatever.
The first issue is you were in Little Rock, Arkansas.
There's a lot of evil spirits in this town.
So, well, Southwest Little Rock to be specific. So,
That's even worse.
Well, I was, this is multi-part, so I'll try to go as quick as possible. So and his name was Drew. I'm not going to give you his other information. His name was Drew, and he had a spiritual awakening. He could talk to spirits, feel spirits, all this kind of stuff. And he told me this. Well, we were over there. We were in a band together, and we were all playing music. And I remember him saying, he was over there one night for a band practice, and he said, man, it takes a path. Now, in this house, it was tri-level. There was a third floor, second floor, and then a subfloor, right? So it was a tri-level house.
Yeah.
And he told me, this spirit, he
It's
just...
starting to taste like pee-pee.
You would know.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
You're the master of pee-pee tasting with your loopy straw. But,
Yeah.
I don't forget.
Hey,
the
full
old
circle.
noggin.
Keep going.
But he would tell me this spirit takes a path from upstairs to the middle floor. It wanders around and comes downstairs, and it comes into this room. And we kept that room, when we were doing band practice, we kept that door closed not to bother anybody upstairs. Well, we were sitting there one night, and he turned, and he said, "It's here." And when he said that,
Hold on.
boom. Like, I kid you not, it was a wooden door. Boom. You hear it, and it resounds through the room. And I was like, what? And so, instantly, all the hair is standing up, and I'm like, So I go over there, and I open the door. And he screamed at me, cussed, and left my house. Never came back to my house. So that's a true story.
Wow.
Same house, mind you. Years later, I'm there. I was married to someone else at the time, and my kids were little. We actually lived on the bottom floor of the home. So I'm laying in bed. My kids, their room, I could show you guys. I can't show them. But if I was laying in bed, the foot of my bed is facing directly to the room with that door that's open into their room while they were asleep. And we're sitting there just talking or whatever, maybe watching TV. And I think actually my ex-wife noticed it first. She was like, Matt, look at the kids. And I looked. And there's been other things. I can't. The story would go on way too long. There's a lot of spooky stuff that happened in this house, but this was the one for me that I was like, "What?" So again, go in there. Now, my son, Austin, he's on top bunk, and then my eldest daughter, she's on the bottom bunk. Their arms, they were laying on their back, and their arms were just up. And then the others was up, like almost like a Jesus Christ pose, like their arms were up beside them, but they were up off the bed. And I was like, Austin, the way he was laying, his hands were like this, and his legs were too.
The man was popping the
He
Thriller.
was just like, like...
The man was doing the Thriller.
Michael Jackson episode. We tied in again. But, so, legs are up, arms are up, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
The name of this episode is The Haunting of L.E.
So I'm not like, I don't understand what to do here. This is kind of freaky. So what do? I go in there and put their arms back down, and didn't see a ghost. Arms did not raise, legs did not raise again, but I was just like, no, you don't.
We're just going to pretend this never happened.
I run back to bed. Whoop, I'm going to sleep horribly tonight, kind of thing. So that is a true story that happened in Little Rock, Arkansas. Didn't see a ghost. Can't explain that, though.
Yeah.
The first part was just kind of letting you know there's other spooky stuff. The main thing I wanted to share was the thing with my kids. Freaky.
And there were several creepy things that happened here.
Yes. Yeah, I could continue, but that would be a whole episode about the stuff in this house. My brother, Jason's amazing. I mean, he's a big dude. He used to be a bouncer, massive guy. He broke down in tears, took off his glasses because he didn't want to see what he was seeing in the house anymore. And Jason couldn't see. Like, he would tell you everything's a blob.
Yeah.
And he took off his glasses so he wouldn't have to see what he was seeing in the house anymore.
What the heck, dude? The man had spirit goggles on, dude. He was seeing Satan in your house.
Shadows running around the room, stuff like
He got
this.
his
Same house.
glasses from Raise the Colt.
Yeah, dude.
Same house, though. I'm just telling you that I wasn't the only one that had weird stuff. There's other stuff I experienced personally, too.
Yeah.
But the kiddo, that was my story, my first story. The kiddo things with the levitating arms and legs, I can't explain that because they were both dead asleep. And I swear on my life that really happened. Opinions.
Woo! First of all, that sounds scary.
It was.
Second of all, about a 3 for me. Because he's like, what the?
It's unshakable over here.
It's about a video games will scare the crap out of me. You can show me a horror movie all day. I won't get scared.
Yeah, real life doesn't scare me.
Yeah, I love horror
movies.
They will, but I love horror movies. Won't scare me at all though. I've never jumped at a horror movie except for maybe when I was like a little kid or something. But for the most part, horror movies, I love them. I think they're cool. I love the horror vibe. Just doesn't scare me, man. That's why I had a scary story podcast for a while. Right. It just doesn't mess with me.
Wow.
I will say that there are disorders and things that causes people to stiffen their arms and stuff out in their sleep and everything. And also, I've been known to go to sleep with an arm up or something if I'm sleeping. Now, everyone's kind of put an arm up and then later been like, why do I have this up? Like while they're laying on the couch watching TV or something. Or at least a lot of people my age, it's a meme on the internet that they're like, when you can't get comfortable and you have the arm up or whatever. And there's no reason really that your body can't freeze in that state while you're asleep. Sometimes your body stiffens more than it loosens, and so it's one of those things I'm like, yeah. And their kids, their body's growing, the muscles are going through a lot of weird changes.
Now these kids are 2 years apart.
Yeah.
We are talking about 2 individuals, not one.
Yeah.
So the anomaly aspect.
And the anomaly is odd.
Like that's what gets me, because I'm thinking, okay, like muscle spasms happen, like things like that happen, but both kids same time.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird.
Both of them. It was just
it's weird. It's weird for sure. My thing is there's other creepy stuff that's happened to you in this house.
Oh yeah, the house is definitely something bad in that house.
It's part of you preempted to believe that it's something a little scarier than maybe the truth.
Just the series of things that happened
Yeah.
in that house, it's hard for me to not believe that there was something that I can't explain
Right.
that was going on. Now, am I going to say it was a ghost? No. Am I going to say it was a demon? No.
Yeah.
Am I going to say it was a little spooky specter? No. I'm not going to
A
say
little
it's...
spooky specter.
It wasn't Casper.
No, I'm not going to say it was that necessarily,
Yeah.
but there were things that happened
Right.
in that house that I cannot explain.
Right, yeah.
Logically, I can't explain.
I get it. I
Like
get
a
it.
one-off, like, oh, Austin's arms are up in the air, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, he's sleeping like an Austin. Okay, and I tuck him in again. But it was both kids in the same
Yeah.
room. And that was
No,
also...
it's odd for sure, and don't let my my
Skepticism.
No.
skepticism ever take away from that.
By no means
It's
do
just-
I take it that way.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that also for the view. Don't let my skepticism take away from any stories. It's just, that's where my mind goes immediately. But I don't know. I've seen people go to sleep in weird ways before too. That's also another thing where it's like I've been camping in weird situations and sleeping in weird situations before. That makes me sound odd, but either way, I've seen some wacky stuff with people sleeping. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
So this is going to be funny. Being a movie connoisseur, you know who he reminds me of right now?
Who's that?
Peter Venkman. He reminds me of Peter from
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2 at the beginning of Ghostbusters 2 where he's got that show and the lady's all like, the world is going to end on Valentine's Day 2025. And he's all like, oh, Valentine's Day, bummer. After all the stuff he's seen, he's just like, yeah, whatever.
Maybe that's it. Because I've got a lot. I'm going to tell you one of the stories here in a minute. But
And
Yeah.
after what would your thoughts? I'm okay. Score.
Yeah.
You said three.
3, yeah.
3 for the scary factor for you, even if you were in that moment. 3
Yeah,
overall. Okay.
probably.
I'm going to go with a 6.
6.
While it is an uncanny coincidence, it's not out of the realm of possibility that it was something like muscle spasms or something.
Right.
But that being said, for that to happen, you have a better chance of being struck by lightning.
Yeah, that's
For
crazy.
That
both
happening.
kids
yeah,
to-
for both
yeah.
kids to
Yeah.
have it. But
I mean, now you take into they ate the same dinner, they ate the same, so if it was
Diet
something,
could be the same,
It could have been.
the
It
growth
could have been
hormone.
something.
I mean, it
Hard
could
to
be
say.
something like that. But
But it was spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for me,
no,
in the
definitely
moment.
spooky
definitely
in the
spooky.
moment. Still, I gave it a 3. It's still a moment that I'm like, whoa.
Why you
What's
floating?
going on here?
Okay, so 6 and 3. Good. All right. After Zach's story, we are going to take our specialty beer challenge.
no.
So, calling all Peanut Gallery, if you're interested, we will be diving into the pickle beer here after Zach's first story.
I don't want to do pickle
Yes,
beer.
yes.
I don't like pickle juice. I just like pickles.
I have.
I dehydrate them. All right, so Zach's first
okay.
story.
Whew. So first of all, one of the things that scares me about it is anytime I think about it or start to talk about it, I'm gonna get teary-eyed while I'm talking about it. It's gonna happen. My heart's already beating fast.
Do you need a
thinking about
hug
it.
during this?
I might. Dude,
Okay.
I might. I told her the story, not recently, but here like a couple months ago, like in just the confines of our own safe domain, and whew, it was still kind of getting to me, dude. This first story I told on my podcast, by the way, too.
Ooh.
It's
So revisit.
yes. So
All right.
I think what I called it on there is the demon that haunts me, or the demon that follows me, or something.
Wait,
Okay.
since we're doing a flashback, you gotta do it like off Wayne's World.
Yeah, and we go back.
So this was when I was a teenager.
Okay. So
Okay,
a couple
so-
of months ago.
Yeah. So my parents, vastly older than me.
Vastly older. Oh, tell your story, boy.
So, first of all, my parents' house had burnt. They were living in like a house they were working on. I was living in my own shack.
This the
Not
Furby house?
Yes, the Furby
Okay,
house.
the Furby house. Okay.
You said
Unrelated though.
Furby, I'm already like.
No, it has nothing to do with that. So I lived in a shack we called the shack
shack.
on the property. It's like a man cave little thing for a growing teenage boy that didn't want to live into a house being built. It's like a studio apartment basically.
Right.
I had my computer in one corner, my bed in the corner, a TV in a corner, and then like a big sectional couch.
So a paradise for a teenage
Paradise
boy.
for a
Yeah,
teenage
gotcha,
boy, dude.
Gotcha.
Bachelor pad.
Big flat screen TV. Yeah, basically. It was awesome, dude. But, so I had a friend over. We'll call him Jay. I had a friend over.
Jay
and,
was over.
just because I didn't ask for permission before this episode, so I've said his name on podcasts before, but
Fair enough.
Jay, he was over, and we were reading creepypastas. A lot of people on the internet will know what creepypastas are. Scary
Creepypastas are
stories,
awesome.
yeah.
Yep.
Slenderman, all that kind of stuff came from there. We were reading creepy stuff. We were already preempted a little bit to be scared again, so logical side, we were sitting on my couch, And after we done the creepypasta stuff, we were watching Pineapple Express, I think, laughing
Great
our butts
movie.
off. Yeah,
Great movie.
out my window, so I had a storm door and like a big like industrial like metal door on the other side. It had a
Okay.
window in it and stuff, but sitting there, had the door open, the storm door closed. We swear to God, we saw like a light outside the door, but we didn't know what was going on. And me and several of my friends had seen that leading up to this.
Okay.
Fast forward, I'm taking him home. Going home that night, he didn't want to stay the night. He just decided, I guess because he got creeped out or whatever, decided we were going to
Smart
meet
man,
his
Jay,
dad
smart man.
meet his dad at an old church down the road.
The story gets spookier. Go
Yeah,
on.
yeah. We go to this old church down the road. I grew up with this church, very old, little Southern Baptist thing. Not super Southern Baptist, but quaint, nice people. And we were sitting there. They have the graveyard right next to it. We're parked, looking at the graveyard. Me and Jay are talking to each other, waiting for his dad to get there to meet us, take him home. And Jay's like, "Hey man, do you see that out there in the graveyard?" And of course, when anyone says, "When you see that out, do you see that out in the graveyard?" You're like, "No, I don't want to." I don't
Matter
know
of
what.
fact, I don't.
I hope you're just talking about the graves, the many graves out there.
Why did he hit graves like Diablo just then?
The graves!
Yeah.
The graves! Diablo's coming! And anyways,
Did not mean to pull away. Sorry,
You're
go ahead.
I look out there, and there's like, at first I'm like, no, I don't see anything. He's like, there's a shadow kind of thing behind the graves. Is that someone in the graveyard? Not out of the realm of possibility, I'm like, okay.
I mean, yeah, there's
I
a
look
reason
out-
that they have the term graveyard shift.
Yeah. And I look out there, and it's there's like this shadow. It looks like it's standing kind of barely a little past a grave, not really looking past, but just kind of halfway showing, halfway not. He's looking at it like, dude, that's creepy. Can we go? And yeah, we're both looking at it, and we kind of get this vibe that's looking at us, whatever it is. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll just drive till we see your dad stop on the side of the road, and I'll turn around and have to drive back by the freaking church. So, anyways, yeah, we start going. His dad's like 3 seconds down the road, so I already have to turn back and go back by. I'm looking the other way when I drive by it, by the way. Everyone needs to know. I look the complete opposite direction of that graveyard.
Do not blame you.
Go home. Nothing creepy, nothing crazy that night. And then go to school on Monday. Jay's there at school. He's like, hey, man, that was scary. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I've got to tell you later about my night. Turns out, he had woken up in the middle of the night. His bed was like level. They lived in a double wide trailer. His bed was like level with the window, and double wide trailers lifted up.
Right. So your windows are higher.
Not most men aren't going to stand face to face in a window, at that height. Maybe Matt on a step ladder, but and
Tall people.
and
problems.
and so for the listeners that don't know, you're like 6 something. So
Yeah, 6'3".
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so me on a stepladder still wouldn't be over.
No, me and you, neither one of us.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, he tells me, dude, I woke up and I saw like this this dark silhouette looking at me out of the window, reminded me of what we saw at the graveyard that night.
Whoa.
He wasn't feeling great.
Is this the Jay that I've met, Jay?
Yeah. And
I don't believe that he would be the kind
No,
of
he's
scared.
not
Grab the
an
salt.
easily scared dude, But anyways, he was feeling a little crazy. So he told me that he went to his father. They were Mormon. He went to his father, and a bunch of crazy stuff went down in the house. To shorten the story a little bit, a bunch of wacky, scary stuff happened in the house that night, and they had to call one of the Mormon people, brothers or whatever they are,
deaconish, bishop,
whoever.
something.
They had to call them to come, basically exorcise the house.
Really?
Yes. And that scares the crap out of me. He's like, hey, man, I think you should do something like that too or something. I'm just saying, that thing may have, went from me to you. I'm like, because at the time I was atheist. So I was like, I don't care, I was a teenager, rebellious. I was like, oh,
Bring it on. I got a roommate.
there ain't nothing like that. I didn't have a roommate at the time. It's just me.
Grab the proton
I think I
packs.
maybe had a cat. I don't know.
The demon became your roommate.
Yeah, it did. So listen, we're getting into the real stuff
Here
now.
it goes. Getting juicy, y'all. Getting juicy. All right.
So then, the first night that this thing happens to me is I wake up, witching hour, cliche kind of thing for a story, but wake up around 3 a.m., 3 something specifically, I can't remember, and feel this vibe that something's watching me. I hear breathing in my house.
Okay, that's double spooky.
Yeah, I went to sleep with the TV on all the time, but the volume was super low, so I could tell the difference between breathing in my house and, the TV. I'm facing the wall, because my bed's in a corner. I'm facing the wall. I'm like, I'm going to go back to sleep. You know, this is creepy. I'm going back to sleep because I'm not that kind of guy. And I'm not fighting any demons in the middle of the night. Sorry. So I go back to sleep facing the other way. This keeps happening for like a week or so. I woke up one night facing the TV. I squint my eyes kind of open because I'm hearing the sound again. And I see... so I'm seeing it again.
Here it is.
I'm seeing this like dark shadow in front of my bed. But it's not like really a shadow. I can kind of see it almost like reflecting. Something reflecting off of it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, no. So I go back to sleep. And
This dude gave the biggest nope ever.
yeah, I noped out of that and went back to sleep. I just closed my eyes and was like, nope, if it kills me, it kills me.
I got school tomorrow.
Yeah, I got school. Who wants to go to school anyways? If I die, I die. But anyways, so finally, after this happening for a long time, like a month.
A month?
Yeah,
Wow.
a long time. Every night. I'm saying every night. Not a single night skipped. I open my eyes and see this. So it's hard to describe. And I kind of like look up at it too and everything. Right next to me, of course the TV's on behind it, so of course it's kind of a silhouette, but it's black, almost looks like it's made of snakes or like rope or some, some kind of cable or something very, not slimy, but very reflective.
So that was Zer from Destiny.
It kind of reminds me of that, and I just see this body here, and it's just standing in front of me. Can't see any features on a face or anything. Just see like white piercing like eyes from up there. No joke, dude.
So true visage. You can see
I'm
face.
shaking, dude. I'm shaking right now talking to you about it. And anyways, and I kind of look up at the face and just see that looking down at me and just breathing. So I turn over and go to sleep.
How do you sleep? Oh my
It's
gosh.
because every night I still was like in a half asleep. If I would have woken up completely,
Yeah.
I think I would have gotten up and fought it or something. I would have been like, or something. Just ran out the door and to my parents' room and slept in their bed until I was 18.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah.
But
Proper upbringing.
yeah. But no, I'm like terrified of this thing, and then it kind of stops happening for a little bit. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
so
for a little bit. Okay.
I invite my friend. We'll call him K,
Okay.
or C, K. We can call it whichever one.
Calvin
A cuss sound.
Klein.
A cuss sound.
Okay.
And so one night we're staying the night. We did creepy pastas and stuff. Everything.
Seeing a bad
Yeah,
trend.
he didn't learn.
Yeah, I didn't learn from the first time. Window, storm door is open. The other door was open. Storm door was closed. We kind of just piddled around or whatever all night. This whole time we've been seeing kind of these white flashes of light outside. There's also meth heads on my road.
It's fair.
So it was like maybe it's a flashlight if someone's searching the property for something. Sometimes we chase them off, sometimes we wouldn't, whatever. And we didn't have much out there, but so we had seen some of that this night, but we just kind of went back to sleep, or we'd fallen asleep, or I'd fallen asleep on my bed. The other fella was sleeping on the sectional couch. So my bed is here, where they can't see it, but my bed is in the corner, and the sectional couch is part of the sectional couch is between my bed and the TV. So that person went to sleep there, and I wake up later to the sound of like almost sobbing or crying or something, I'm like,
Whoa.
first of all, I don't want to wake up and hear anybody like,
Oh, it's that kind of crying. No.
Yeah. That's
That's the end of Zach's story. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, keep on. Okay.
And I wake up and I'm like, I see my homie sitting in the corner, like,
Oh, it
like
was your...
fetal
It was
position.
Kuh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fetal position, like, and
Oh my
in the
gosh.
corner of the couch against the bed over by where I'm at, like in the furthest away from the door and everything they could get. I'm like, dude, what's wrong? What happened? He's mad at me and stuff. Like, he's sitting here like angry because most people when they get scared are like emotional and stuff. I finally talked to him long enough that he's like, dude, I don't know what it was. I don't want to know what it was, but outside your door, and I hadn't at this time told anyone what I had been seeing.
The rope dude.
Because I didn't want Jay to believe that I was, getting tortured over here, not doing what he told me to.
Yeah.
And so I hadn't been telling anyone about this. And I wake up, he's crying, and he tells me, dude, you're at your door. Steps up to my door, like bad steps up to my door. So you can't they also are still under the door, about a foot under the door. So even if you're tall standing there, you can't really see a whole lot of your body there. You just see the top, most part of the top. Anyways, he's like, dude, there was something sitting there, black shadow, looked like it was reflective or something, with white eyes looking through the door. Scared the F out of me, dude. And he's like, I don't know what it was, dude. I swear it was there. It was real. I wasn't even tired. I was like,
wow.
And so, because I thought he just went to sleep. And I was like, dude. And I told him what I'd been seeing and stuff at that point. And he was like, he's like, dude, I want to go home. He's like, but I don't want to go out there right now. So I was like, we turned the light out, closed the storm door, deadbolted everything, went to sleep. Took him home to the next day, because who wants to stay there after that?
Wow.
And then the only other times that I had seen it, where there was one more time I saw it, and I touched it.
Whoa.
Woo, buddy, I got the chills just now. Hold on.
Mistakes were made.
I saw it again, and I was like, dude, screw it, I was like, this thing is real or something. I touched it, felt it. It wasn't slimy or anything, but very, very cold. Like cable or snakes. I always think it looked like, because the cables look like they were moving in and out of each other almost.
Oh,
This
so
dude's
weird.
half asleep, hugging onto an HDMI
I'm tripping,
cable.
dude. I wasn't a fan of acid at the time, by the way, so,
Yeah. Sober-minded Zach.
I'm tripping, dude, looking at this thing.
Wow.
I touch it, cold to the touch, turned over and went back to sleep. I said, you know what? If you're going to kill me, you're going to do it.
I don't know how to defend myself.
But for some reason that night, I felt good. Like, you know how you get those feelings, like horrible, like someone's gonna die or this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt good when I touched it. I felt very good. Like, I felt happy almost. Like, I wasn't scary anymore, and I just turned over and went to sleep. Never saw it again. Never saw it again.
There's a perfectly good explanation for this. It's called LSD.
I wasn't a big fan at that time.
He clarified there was no acid involved. Wow.
Dude, terrifies me to this
So
day,
that's the
dude.
kind of story that's the stuff that gets to me. Those kind of stories where you see, like, you're not, ooh,
and touched it.
I got the pricklies. Jesus, there's something in
Lord.
the room. It got cold over here. The flashlight jangled. That stuff,
Yeah.
I can write that out. Is it spooky in the moment? Sure, because you're anticipating something.
Yeah, you think something's coming.
But there's nothing, there's no element of reality to it, right?
Yeah.
But the stuff where why would you touch the damn thing, Zach? Anyway,
Zach has never
My
been the
father is
brightest
speaking
person.
to me right
Yeah.
now. Why would you touch
boy,
it?
I'm gonna whoop you if you touch them ghosts again. Yeah,
It was
God almighty.
It was very, very apt when he said that he'd be the first person in a horror movie to die.
That's
Yeah.
why he's like,
Yeah.
rub the HDMI cable monster. Everything's
Please give me a better LAN network.
I had satellite internet at the time, so yeah.
So-
I needed better internet for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, like, wonderful storytelling, by the way. I was
Yeah,
getting a little bit enraptured, a little bit too much. Maybe it's The Wicked. I don't know. But I was getting sucked into your story there. A couple of elements, and when I go into my second story,
I shortened the story, by the way. There are things that
there's
happen.
so much more I could tell you
Yeah,
about the Little Rock
exactly,
house too, dude. It's like
exactly.
you would shit brick right now. So
Yeah.
there's things I could tell you, but it would make the story just go on way
Yeah,
too long.
same.
But wonderful storytelling, or recanting
Yes.
what you went through. For me, I'm going to give it a 9.
You said you touched it. That's a 9, bro.
I'm giving it a 9 only. I cannot give it a 10
Mm-hmm.
because I believe there can always be something that's even harder to explain.
The logical side of me, because remember, I don't believe in ghosts, even after seeing this, because this is the one
So-
that people are always like, brother, you believe in ghosts. But
Demon?
the idea was that that me and Jay had thrown around as there was some kind of demon that followed us.
Fair.
But I touched it and it was good. So we also thought maybe some kind of a demon did follow us and something was protecting me, maybe by extension from Jay, or maybe the graveyard wasn't where something bad came, because before the graveyard thing we had seen the light outside and stuff. Maybe the light was the good thing. I don't know.
But you touched the thing and you felt good, but also remember that the devil is a liar. So I don't know. I mean,
yes.
according to my beliefs anyway,
Yeah.
he's the master of lies. So I'm giving it a 9. I would give it a 10, and I'm not taking away that point
No,
because of
no.
your story. I'm giving it a solid 9.
I'm not here to score
simply
points,
because,
brother. Yeah.
well, my rating on this,
Yeah.
very scary. I think, that could be like a horror movie scary.
I've thought about it.
based on true events. But I think simply because there could be scarier stuff.
Yeah.
There could be something else harder for me to explain. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason it does not get a 10. Because that's scary as crap.
The logician in me explains it away. I don't know if that's a word. Explains it away
Logistician.
with
Sure.
every time this happened, I saw this, I was half asleep. The only part I can't explain is that the homie saw it and I hadn't told him about
And
it.
he cried.
And he described it perfectly and was crying. Teenage boys.
If it was a bro, what was that, dude? What was that? At
Yeah.
that point, I don't know. He's not from California. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Ah.
oh my god, dude! Like it was this gnarly lights
Bro,
outside.
did you see this? It was
Oh,
insane.
wafer, man. No, but it was the fact that, and even then, I pulled my logic out of it. I think it's because of your encapsulating storytelling, good sir. But
that's
I
what I
lost
did.
my logic in the moment there because logically it could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, you have sleep states where you're in that what do they call it, lucid dreaming or
Yeah,
what have
exactly.
you, where
Yeah,
you
exactly.
could you could have something up here. Maybe you and Jay did see something. That alone is spooky, especially in a graveyard. Come on, man, you're painting the picture. It's scary.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys did see something there. Maybe your imagination's played off it. So
Yeah,
logically saying
exactly,
that could have
exactly.
happened, and then your brain was still digesting what you saw or didn't see. Because it obviously troubled you enough when you were driving by. You weren't looking at it. You intentionally turned away.
I still try not to look at
So-
that place. When we drive by to my parents' house, sometimes I'm still like,
So let's look. I'm not talking. Why are you staring at me? Just trust me on this one.
just don't look over there.
I
God
would
is
say-
not with us here.
I would say that logically you could explain it from lucid dreaming, from night terrors, things like that. You could have been experiencing those things and them revisiting you over and
Exactly.
over. But
The second person.
the second person negates everything I'm saying. Especially, I mean, if you are being, swear to God, true with what you're saying and you didn't tell these
Never
people these
told them.
things, there's no way they could have described what he saw
without seeing it.
without seeing it.
I've
So-
tried to talk about the said. I've tried to talk to the said crying person about it since
Ka?
then. To
Okay.
won't even. I don't know if it was repressed from trauma or what. Won't even acknowledge that.
He's
it
like, oh, it's
happened.
Thursday. I got to see my therapist, and he runs
No,
off.
you know,
like,
he's,
right as
he,
we start
he
talking.
just
That's
swears it didn't happen. He's like, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I'm like,
bro,
I didn't dream you up there the whole weekend, dog.
I
You were
heard
there
you
the whole
cry.
weekend. Yeah.
If I keep saying it wasn't me, then that means it wasn't me.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely spooky. So, you're voting. What do you give it?
I give it a 10.
Ooh, we got a 10 on the
honestly,
board.
So I'm the opposite of Zach on this. I'm a firm believer in ghosts, angels, and demons. Like, I'm a firm believer in them.
God bless it.
Sorry for the noise. I'm prepping.
Prepping
This
death
is gonna be
drink.
bad. No, I fully believe that this could have very possibly been a supernatural entity.
I agree. I won't say demon. I won't say ghost. I won't say
Well,
foul
it's-
spirit.
without knowing, because nobody's ever like caught something on video actually, being there, because that's kind of their whole premise is they don't show up in like motion. They show
Yeah.
up in like stills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the person that there's a security camera that apparently caught La Llorona.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes, the
Yeah.
wailing woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, like, I don't by any stretch believe it's out of the realm of possibility that a supernatural entity visited you.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened over multiple periods of time, there were multiple witnesses,
Scared
because
him.
you said that you, Jay, and K saw it. So now you've got 3 people all
Yeah.
seeing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So that throws lucidity and everything like that out the window.
Terrifying, brother.
Like, it's got me at its
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I could explain parts of it. That's where the only reason, dude, because you would have got a hardcore 10 from me, is the fact that I'm just leaving open the possibilities.
No, I always.
Nothing's
leave open
going
the
to be an
possibility.
11.
So I always keep that possibility open. Yeah.
Yee.
oh,
And that's not even the scariest story of mine.
this
Um,
is...
I'm saving one of these for Angela. Kim, I got you one if you would like to try pickle beer. We're gonna pause on our spooky stories.
So the beer we're about to try is Best Made Sour Pickle Beer,
It was brewed and canned by the Martin House Brewing Company.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh,
So-
it's from Texas.
Made
so-
in Texas by Texans. Yes,
Woo!
sir. Woo!
So before
Yeah.
You know,
before
only 2
we
things come from Texas.
tying into the cross platforms, we also have the Facebook page. And,
The Facebook.
Oh, it's beer and wings on
The book
Facebook.
of face.
I don't know.
They took the out of it though because it's cooler.
Yeah,
Remember?
did I turn into Captain Crunch just then? I was
Diablo!
like, Crunch berries. I don't know what that was. All of a sudden. But yeah, I saw a post on Facebook. It was the company, actually. I think Best Made is the name of the company. So Best Made.
Best Made.
They posted something saying, hey, we're in
Spelled like a
stock, blah, blah,
maid.
blah, blah, blah. And it was talking about this sour pickle beer.
Yeah.
We posted about it on the Facebook.
They
There was a little
telling
bit of
us
interest.
They had summoned Satan through beer, and it was this
I-
right here.
Oh, okay, so...
Wait, he's really enjoying this beer before
Did you
it's
taste
open.
it yet? Oh no.
no, so a little preface to this. So I'm not a big pickle person.
If he was, it'd be weird. We'd be sitting here like, good God, he's a massive pickle person beside us. You know, we're like, holy crap, we got a pickle person.
No, so
It's not proportionate.
He's gherkin my chin. That's another name for a pickle. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
So
Sorry.
there's only 2 types of pickles I like. I like the Clausen pickles
Those
Tell
are
us
good.
about it.
that are absolutely delicious,
Boston's are great.
and I like the bread and butter pickles, which Matt thinks I'm
Sinner.
Matt
Sinner.
thinks that I am going to burn for that.
Sinner.
Go to church, Joe. Go to church.
Like that, to him, liking bread and butter pickles is the unforgivable sin.
Yeah.
But
Not unforgivable, because you can always convert back and eat a dill. Planche, Ihianur, everybody.
It does not smell good.
Apple.
Does it not smell good? This smells like ass.
oh, I am so
Okay,
gonna regret
so before
this.
we drink this, you remember when you were a kid, the scratch and sniff
Yeah.
stickers
That's
of the
what it smells
pickle?
like.
It smells like it's
It
going to
smells
taste like
like
my
that.
damn sticker book when I was a kid. So,
He ate it.
That's
He ate it.
exactly what
Mo?
it smells like.
Yay, no?
Oh, Lord.
Mo gives it a
But
yeah!
Mo's a fan of pickle juice already.
I am too, though.
I'm
I
not.
do, too.
All right, Angela gives it a
It's better than the other one.
Dude, that's a total light beer right there.
That's a
lake beer. Woo! Angela with the rating. Kim?
No, it's good.
Woo! That's
Celeste?
I'll
3.
drink
I don't
it.
believe
Celeste?
Oh, it is good.
She
Oh,
didn't drink it. She
no.
didn't drink it. Okay, she drank it. All right, so
Yeah, that's a divorce right there. That's an instant divorce.
No,
Yeah.
it's good.
Joe?
Oh,
I like Sweet Pickle Joe. Here he goes. Come
Here
on.
we
Not
go.
sweet, but it's good.
it. Oh no.
And I don't even like beer.
I don't like what I'm
He's
seeing.
gonna go. Okay, that's good.
It doesn't taste like
Oh,
beer.
Dang it. I was
All right, so
Like,
Simons.
It's like carbonated
Chanchet.
Yeah, it literally tastes
know.
like.
with the aftertaste of beer, but it's good.
I'm not even getting the beer aftertaste.
No.
But Zach, do you hate it?
I hate it.
No, you gotta say it right.
Oh, it's good.
I hate it. I hate it.
This is super good. I am.
Someone can have that one.
I
At
mean,
first,
I'm not going
Smell
out.
is off turning, but
the smell is like
the smell,
I don't.
No, but the taste told me yes.
It makes me want to cry.
Like, okay, so this
I
takes
hate
me
that.
back to like days of football
Childhood?
practice.
Just go into
Yeah.
every possible facet. I just
Yeah,
take
no,
it back.
but no,
instantly.
this
Take
takes
another
me.
drink just to taste just the pickle juice because the beer comes after.
I will say, if you like pickle juice, the flavor of pickle juice comes out the biggest in there.
Dude, when you
Yeah.
smell it the second
So,
time, it is
if
just
you're-
like a hot fart.
If
It's
you're
amazing.
a fan of pickle juice, just like a hot fart, yeah, just like
It smells like burnt rubber.
Yeah.
Like it smells like somebody like after you like light a firework or you
the
burnt.
Mr. Pickles scratch and sniff
Yeah.
stickers from
Yeah.
the 90s.
I 100%. If you're a fan of pickle juice, I think you'll like it.
Yeah, if you're a fan of
I
pickle
hate
juice-
it, and
If you're
I
a fan
want to
of-
puke.
Yeah,
but-
if you're a fan of pickle juice, it's a 9 out of 10 easy.
That also
for
comes
me,
from
it's a hot 2.
it's a hot two.
Give him this one so Yancy can have it.
To drive.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'm not a fan of this at all, and it's just because I
Love you.
Still let it try.
Now it tastes like perfume. What
Like
the
how
hell
much?
is in this?
4.7 alcohol.
It's weak. I think if
I'm a pickle fan.
I would
and-
drink the woodchuck over that though.
Hey, we got a
woodchuck,
convert.
you beat
But
something.
I want to like plug my nose and then take a drink.
This is the second one. So this is actually going to be from my son. This
Okay,
something
this
that
is the
he
James
experienced.
story.
Yeah,
This is the James
story.
And just to preface this, James asked if it would be okay if the story was
okay,
told on the podcast, and absolutely. So
Yeah.
full credit to James for this story.
Yeah, to the viewers, real quick, you're getting a special episode here.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how long for sure it's going to run. So
Yeah.
Tales from the Peanut Gallery.
yeah, this will be an episode that really tests the viewers and
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
love for
Hopefully
it.
you guys are
We're
having
going
fun.
to-
This
Yeah, we're going to test your endurance today. No, so my son, when he was a baby,
okay.
could barely speak. Like he's high functioning autistic. Just to kind of preface this,
Okay.
so
Okay.
he didn't really speak until he was like 4 or 5 years old. Like until he was in Head Start. But there was one thing. Me and my at the time wife. She's not my ex-wife. We try them. They're good.
They're good wings.
They're
Sorry, I
good.
didn't mean to cut Joe off.
No, you're good.
Kim
Squirrel.
was not looking at the wings,
Yeah.
and I was trying to get her to look at the wings.
It's a room
Kim.
full of ADHD.
Yeah. So, me and my at the time wife, she's not my ex-wife. We're walking in the hallway, and as we're walking in the hallway, we hear this noise coming from James's room.
This is you and your ex-wife?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So we hear this noise coming from James's room, and we're like, "Oh, what's going on in there?" All of a sudden, we look in the door,
Boy,
and
looks like he tried it, bro.
as we look in the door, he's playing, and he's just playing with his toys. He's just doing what kids do, and we're like, "James, what are you doing, buddy?" And he just goes, playing with Opa. Now, here's the thing.
Okay, whoa,
Well,
time out.
that's grandpa in German, first of all.
It is Grandpa in German, but here's the thing.
He's
does-
still not talking at this point?
He does not speak very much at this point. He would not do complete sentences.
And this man just spoke a sentence and gave you the German,
he
the German
gave us
translation.
the German translation for Grandpa that neither me nor my at the time wife had ever
Heard.
said around him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was. I had to Google what the word
So
meant.
what is an opa, bro?
So, now, quick pause just for, I guess, for reference here. Is there German blood in your family?
So his grandfather
Mm-hmm.
on his mother's side has German blood in him. Let me preface this. He says he's playing with his grandfather. His grandfather died almost 2 years before he was born. He says, I'm playing with Opa. And me and my, at the time, wife both look at each other and go, what did he just say? Like, what was that? And so we're Googling, trying to figure out what Opa is. And we're like, that's Grandpa. And so she calls her mom.
Ich spiele mit
Which
Opa.
is the wife of deceased Opa?
Yes.
Okay. Just keeping the story
Yes.
succinct here.
So she calls her mom, which is wife of deceased Opa. And she's like, what did Dad want to be called when he was a grandpa?
Opa.
And she's like, he wanted to be called Opa.
What?
So I'm
Now, is
saying-
he the first grand?
yeah.
Yeah, ooh.
Cheesy rice. Plot thickened. You didn't tell us that. Continue.
Yeah, he's the first biological grandchild. They have, like, there's step grandkids, but they came
James
along
is
later.
proud of that. He's
But
over here like, yeah.
Actually, not only is he the first, he is the only biological grandchild.
Du
in
spielst mit Opa.
So, essentially, you were Opa's favorite. I mean, by default.
Yeah, by default, he's Opa's only.
Also, you're super cool. So, just say.
But yeah, but it threw us because there's no logical explanation whatsoever. He didn't watch anything in German.
That's weird.
He never heard the word around us. He didn't really talk because he was for a long time like essentially nonverbal.
Yeah. That's weird.
Until he was like 4. He just it defies any explanation from me. And then the fact that he was literally he was playing with someone. The only
Yeah.
thing that could have made this creepier is if the toys were moving by themselves.
Yeah. So, that's not uncommon though.
As far as relative visiting.
But also on the logical side of things, it's not uncommon for kids to say things that are for some reason referential of past family members that they should have. Now I don't know, but I have seen theories that a lot of memories and whatnot are based in our genetics. So
I have heard the same
Okay, yes,
theory.
no,
it's
I've
a
heard
very
that too.
very popular theory.
But
that's
who would have given it
gaining a
Opa?
lot of
But
ground.
yeah, but the thing is,
So that kinda-
nobody ever said
Still could carry
Opa around him.
in the DNA.
But nobody ever said the word.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have been carried because nobody ever said it.
You don't have to say it. Could just be subconscious.
So I would say, what was that conclusion, Joe?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Okay, so what I would say for me on the spooky scale, probably a 4.
I'm gonna give that one a 4 too.
Okay, so I give it a 4 because that is the kind of stuff that intrigues me. It doesn't really scare me. So on the spooky scale, I give it a 4.
Like kids
On
that
the
solve
whole,
murders.
Now,
yeah.
Now on the unexplainable scale,
On the unexplainable scale, that's the kind of stuff we're peaking 8, like a hard 8.
I'll take it.
I'm sitting here like, okay, so you've got, okay, so there's multi-layers here. So, Joe, and if I misspeak, let me know, or James, if I misspeak. I know it was your story, so if I misspeak, then by all means let me know. That you've got a child who's not speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
Nonverbal.
biggest. Nonverbal, highly functioning, autistic. He's not speaking yet.
Yeah, he did not speak.
You
until he
guys
was
go
about
in there
4.
because you hear him doing something, and you say, "What are you doing, buddy?" I'm assuming that's how he was as a father. Oh, what you doing, buddy? Oh,
Yeah.
what you doing?
No,
And
I mean,
that's what he does. So,
I still do that to this day. Hey,
Yeah,
bud, what you
and the
doing?
kid
and you don't
replies,
like it. Say, Dad, I'm a grown man. Leave me alone. Tell him. Yeah.
and,
Anyway,
and the kid
the,
replies in fluent German, "Ich spiele mit Opa."
Yeah, he tells you he's
Yeah.
playing with Grandpa, who died 2 years before said child, who is high functioning autistic, nonverbal, suddenly answers you and tells you he's playing with his grandpa in German, who grandpa was German and also wanted to be called Opa. Nobody knew that. That's intriguing 8.5. I would say I'd give you that
like,
for sure.
It does defy explanation. 'Cause
I'll say-
I've been trying for
It's a
multiple
4.
years. I've been trying for over a decade to try to figure out how this happened.
That's a 4 for me, and it's higher than the other stories, and that's because to me, I think it's creepier when a child is involved.
100%.
And there's other stories that is not my second story, but I could tell you about all day and night with children being involved in scary stuff,
Yeah.
and it's
El
just.
Hee
Well, not quite El Hee level. Let's.
Simmer down, Joe.
The haunting of El Hee's over.
That was the first story. This is the second part. So I've gone back and forth. Great story, dude. Heck yeah, that was
sir.
awesome. James,
That was good.
thank you so much. That was a great story, man. Thanks for sharing with us. Thanks for letting your dad tell your story on the podcast. You're a creepy kid. You just scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm kidding. But this is one of the accounts where I have actually seen, I'll say a ghost, and I'm
A
doing air
ghost.
quotes. I'm not going to say it was a ghost because it could have been a demon. It could have been an entity.
Supernatural entity.
Could have been.
been
It was
me.
something that I can't explain. is
Could
what
have
it
been
was.
me on an acid trip.
It could have been James visiting me, like, "Hey, Opa, I'm not your Opa kid." I don't know.
Not your
Opa Gangnam Style. No, I'm just. That was, I took it back. Anyway, so
I hear you.
we'll go to. I'm not doxing at this point. I'll just tell you, I lived on Carwin Drive in Benton, Arkansas,
Yeah.
and the house was very, very weird.
I see a theme.
So chronologically, I could tell you some things, but I'm not going to go chronologically. So we had one point where a neighbor came over, and we were just talking to her, like, this house is kind of weird. You know, this is not... We had seen some little spooky stuff happening, and we weren't thinking too much about it at this time. But we were just like, the house is kind of weird. Like, there's some weird stuff. And I'll tell you some of those things, and I'll make it as quick as possible. So the lady was like, oh, yeah, the people that lived there before you, they were Satanists. They were evil people. And we were like...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, we were like, what? So... She told us that they would do burn sacrifices and stuff like this inside of their home.
That's Tuesday night.
And I'm like in their home on their living room floor.
That's Tuesday night.
And the landlord had told us that she had to replace the floor. Didn't tell us the why. It was because, oh, let's sacrifice a goat and let's catch fire here. So there was something that had happened there. Me and Lexi, one of my daughters, it was a playground in the backyard. So I'll come back to the playground, keeping the story as quick as possible for you. So playground with Diablo. So I was out at the playground. And Lexi was like, Daddy, what's that? You know, that's how she taught. Not really. She still does. I'm kidding. But anyway, she was just like, what's that? And I looked because she was saying it was a star.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a star. There was it was in concrete. There was a pentagram.
Ah.
Well, yeah, we're all like, oh.
Yeah, that's a star, I guess.
That's a quick sign for me to make an exit.
I've got
So-
one of those tattooed on me, man.
We were like, whatever. So it was kind of spooky, kind of weird. I was like, yeah, let's not play on that part of the playground. Let's go over here where the Jesus lives. And we went over to
Where
the
the
other side.
Jesus-
Yeah, we're not playing on the Satan side.
Oh, Jeebus is over here.
That's a slide straight to hell, kiddos. Welcome to Beelzebub land. But we didn't play on that side anymore, literally.
Yeah.
And I remember my ex-wife, she got super pissed off at me. Super pissed off, came home. So this house, there was a big red front door. And above the front door, probably, God, like you were talking about, like the thing with the spooky eyes looking at the window. So if I'm up...
You're 6'3".
I'm
whatever.
6'3". The frame of this was probably 10 foot high, and then the window was probably 4 foot
Jesus!
tall. So
Why?
if you can imagine, 10 foot above, the door frame probably 7.5 whatever foot, and then above that that's where the seal was, and it was probably 6 foot wide, and it went up another 4 feet. It was a big window, like a bay window, that was up above. Well, the kids were freaking out because at nighttime, street lights were coming through. You could read where something had written "Help me" on the glass.
Oof.
Okay, same house with the whole. Oh, the neighbor was like, "Oh yeah, they were evil. They were
So
saying
was
this."
it written like it was written on the inside or
Nope.
the outside?
Yeah, it was written on the end. Well,
Where
it was written.
You can
where-
read it from the outside.
Yeah, you could read it from the inside. Help me.
Oh.
Yes,
So it was written on the outside backwards, so you
So
could
you
read
could read
from the
it.
inside.
correct.
Help me.
Woo.
So and
That's
it was
weird.
absolutely written backwards,
up way up high too.
where I couldn't reach it.
Yeah.
And I was like, ex-wife, that's not what I called her at the time, but I was like, ex-wife, that's an impossibility. I've been at work all day. I work 10 to 12 hours a day. I haven't been here to write spooky messages for the children. And it's sitting there on the glass. And I was just like, but I caught 10 levels of hell for it. You're scaring the kids, man.
You're scaring the
Stop
kids.
it.
Oh,
and I was
my
just like, well,
gosh.
it wasn't me. So it continues on. Well, Saturday mornings, me and Austin's jam. Every Saturday morning we get up, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Yeah, great game.
Hey, I should have worn that shirt, man.
What, are you making faces? Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
So fantastic game. We didn't have internet at the time, so we just do split screen. And he always Austin. If you're listening, you are the most screen cheating fool that's out there. But anyway, he would watch.
Stream sniping before
And
stream sniping.
yeah, so we split the screens and we would play our games. But every morning we would eat our bowl of cereal together. We'd do that, and that was our thing.
Oh, father-son ritual.
Indeed, some bonding time. Well, I'm up that morning, and Austin was frustrated this particular morning, and I was just like, "What's the matter?" He was like, "It won't stop messing with me."
Uh-oh.
And if you don't know Austin, you do know Austin.
Yeah.
Austin's very pragmatic. Austin has a very logical perspective on things. He's not
Very calm.
very calm dude, right? Just a very
Not emotional.
Yeah, not an emotional thinker whatsoever. He's like, I can put it together with part A and part B, and he makes it happen. That's my son,
Yeah.
right? And I love that about him. So, anyway, he's sitting. He's like, it won't stop messing with me, and I was like, what? And I'm just thinking, what the heck is he talking about? So we're sitting there, and God, this story can keep going. I'm gonna keep it short. Well, we're sitting there. He's got his bowl of cereal. He's poured his milk. His spoon's in it. I'm pouring mine. Shit you not. It's as though somebody went on his spoon.
Uh-oh. Sorry for the listeners.
Sorry about that. Spoon goes flying across the kitchen. Cereal, Fruity Pebbles is what it was. There was
I hope it made that sound.
Fruity Pebbles shrapnel. It's just sparkling all over my kitchen. And I was just like,
That's
what
supposed
is...
to be Lucky Charms, man.
And it was Fruity Pebbles. That's the cereal of the gods. So we were sitting here like, he's like, see, I told you, it won't stop messing with me. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, Austin hit his spoon. Being a clumsy teenager, he hit his... And Austin was a teenager at this time. So,
Ooh.
Clumsy teenager, he hit his spoon.
That's a little weirder.
A little weirder. He was 13, 14.
Yeah.
So we had a roundabout. So the kitchen's here. You come around this way, you're going through the dining room, then it was into the living room where our TV was, and we would play, and then this way was the stairs, and then the spooky hallway. Different story, can't go into that. So,
Yeah.
but then there was the stairway up. Another spooky story, can't go into that. I had a Rottweiler at the time that could sense this thing that was in the property. So we're sitting there. Austin's coming around this way. We had our bookshelf. We homeschooled. Had our bookshelves and stuff.
Okay.
I saw this with my own eyes. We're coming around. I see a book fly off the shelf
Uh-oh.
and damn near hit Austin.
Uh-oh. Something did not like Austin.
It gets worse.
was messing
And
with
I'm
it.
going to try to
Messing
keep
with
this
it.
as
But
concise
wait,
as possible.
There's more.
So we're sitting here. I watch a book. Like my ex-wife at the time was super OCD. Everything was like very neat, tidy. Everything had a place. Every place had a thing, kind of thing. You know. I watch a book. I've got my bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and I'm like, I can't do anything but laugh. Like, let's go play Call of Duty. And we go through the rest of the way into the living room. He's like, I told you, won't leave me alone. No. And he's eating his
And
cereal.
you're like, just
like,
ignore it, son.
You pay attention to that while I snipe you. You know, and it was horrible. But so there was that. And then
Let the ghost beat you.
yeah, I'll fast forward a little bit. There was a night, I mentioned my Rottweiler, had a wonderful German Rottie. She was 95 pounds of awesome. Just a great blockhead German Rot. And
Deutsch Rottweiler.
she was beautiful. I miss her. Anyway, she was great. So there was multiple times where in the middle of the night, and Heidi didn't know you didn't like you. She had this vicious mohawk that would appear on her back.
Yeah,
and I
it's a dog
wouldn't
thing.
mess
That's
with
a
her.
dog
I'd just be
thing.
like, you can have them. I couldn't stop her. You
Yeah.
know, it was just one of those things. You know, she was a massive
It's a
dog. and-
Rottweiler. It's over for
yeah,
you.
she's
brother.
in protect mode, and she was protect mode. It
Easy
wasn't
to do,
aggression.
Yeah.
It was protect, not aggression. So, but there was multiple times where she always slept between me and my ex, and she would just hop up in the middle of the night, hunker down, mohawk up, growling at the door.
Ugh.
And I'm just like, glad I closed the door tonight, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Well, there was one night we played World of Warcraft at the time, and we were up in the room playing World of Warcraft. My daughters were hanging out in my room, and I hear this blood-curdling scream
Ugh. From the daughters.
from Austin.
Oh.
Oh.
And again, Austin is the most, I can't touch it, it ain't real
I
kind of
can
dude.
attest this
So-
man is not emotionless, but just very monotone.
Yeah,
Not-
he is-
not- no emotion.
He gives no poops. It's just, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's Austin. He is non-confrontational, nothing. But I hear this pubescent type scream coming from down the hallway, and I'm like, what in the world just happened? So Austin comes running down the wood floor hallways, running the room, just babbling like that kid from the Wild Thornberries. Where yeah. So that was wonderful. So that's what I'm hearing, and I'm just like, dude, shut up. I was like, what happened? Well, Austin loved Xbox, so he was playing Xbox in his bedroom, and it happened again.
That's
It
because he's
messed with
playing
him.
Xbox.
Yeah. PC Master Race. Anyway,
I was gonna say PlayStation, but
yeah,
okay.
PlayStation's also, they're
up
good
there.
too. But his TV, he was in the middle of playing Xbox. His TV goes off.
Yeah.
He's thinking, my TV went off. That's how Austin thinks. He's
Yeah.
going to turn his TV back on. TV comes back on, and there's a face of a girl
Woo!
on his TV.
That's
Staring
chills,
at
brother.
him.
That's chills.
But I'm telling you, whoo, Lord, here it goes. He tells me, she didn't have any eyes, Daddy.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, no.
Staring at him through the TV. So I'm just like, what? So I get mad because my daughters are freaking out on the bed. I was like, you're scaring your sisters. Take that fatherly role. I'm like, you're scaring your sisters, blah, 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 blah. And I kid you not, I freeze.
Uh-oh.
I go full rigid, can't move.
Uh-oh.
Every hair on my body stands up.
That's standing up for me right now.
My eyes completely glazed over with water. Couldn't see. It was like I was looking through a lake.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I couldn't move. And the coldest sensation came over my body. I was like, when I broke free, I don't know how long I was like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call my ex-wife to ask her, but I was frozen. Like, getting onto my son. Frozen. Couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
When it was over, I was like, dude, we're going to figure it out. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Suddenly I was the most hippie daddy on the world. I'm just like, everything's good, gravy, And I was just like,
I'm calling
what
you
just
home
happened?
tomorrow to make
Tears at that
arrangements.
point. All of the water that had covered my eyes just lets loose. I have tears running down my face, just like buckets. And couldn't figure it out. Well, I've gone on for this story for a long time, but I'll tell you one last thing. So
You're good.
we're sitting there. Heidi, that was a great impression of Heidi. So she's barking
was
like
dog.
viciously, and she would jump in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she would get up and over, and she could look out the window over the sink, and then she'd run to the French doors and back and forth. There's a raccoon or something.
Here's a ghost.
So I had one of those high-powered flashlights like all men should have, that and a pocket knife. So I take
20
it.
million lumens.
It's the bid for 10,000.
I cause the sun to rise in my backyard. Anyway, I shine it. Well, I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't see any raccoons. And I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking. Well, when I pan this way, I catch a glint.
Of something, yeah.
I was like, whoa. I cut back. I see two eyes. Found the raccoon.
Yeah.
Did not find the raccoon.
Uh-oh.
That was not
Found the
right.
girl.
I'm looking at it. There's a little girl.
Oh, no.
Time out.
Woo, buddy. Breathe it out.
Man.
I feel you, dude. I feel you.
So there's a little girl. It was like a platform. It had a little ladder climbing thing and a slide. I swear to God, 100% truth on this story. She's crouching down on the platform.
Uh-oh.
She sees me see her, and she's staring at me.
Yeah.
And I'm hitting her with the flashlight, and I'm moving it. And what's weird is there was reflection on the eyes.
Yeah.
Like if you spotlight a coon or a possum or whatever, you see that.
Yeah.
Bing.
Yeah, a person. I mean, I
was catching it, and I was like,
sometimes.
Holy crap. She was all gray. Okay? There wasn't any color.
Yeah.
I can't describe it any other way. Like her dress was like maybe an older style dress, but it was white-ish gray.
Yeah.
Her skin was a grayish gray. Her hair was like, if you could imagine like gray highlights on a light gray hair.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but she was sitting there. And I was like, summoned my ex-wife, and I was like, that's not a raccoon. She saw it too, so I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Ooh.
So she saw it too, and it was just, they can't see this.
Yeah.
If you can imagine, hunkered down doing this. Just back and forth on this little platform,
Like a
staring
feral,
at me.
like a feral,
Just back
like
and forth
person.
and watching me. And
Yeah.
moving. So it wasn't like a glint off one of the toys the kids lived out there. It was moving back and forth watching me.
Yeah.
Hunkered down.
So it was acting essentially like a spider monkey or something, like just squatted
God bless
down
And
rocking back.
I was like, for some reason, I remember moving the light. Or maybe I was talking
Yeah.
to my ex-wife, and I moved the light or whatever, and I went back. Gone.
gone.
Woo.
So that is the story of Carwin. I could go into more things
Oh
that
my
happened
God.
at that house,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry for the moment I had to pause
Yeah.
because that story still gives me the screaming Cheeto Willies,
Well,
dude. I can't.
One of our Peanut Gallery members showed me a message earlier saying that potentially we could do a part 2 at some point.
I agree.
But more paranormal stories.
Yes, we definitely should because I've had fun with this part because I've got more spooky stuff. I just
Yeah,
draw
I've got
the
a lot- I mean, I've
spooky.
got some stuff.
I have a cat named Spooky. But,
I
you know.
got a couple more that we haven't even gotten to.
All right,
Yeah.
so
I would say rate that a 7 for me personally.
7 for you.
Because for a minute there, and I can attest this for the viewers, this man's eyes got glassy for a minute, and I could hear it in his voice. He was about, and I know him. This man was about to. He was ready to break for a second.
That's a
there.
very tough story for me to tell. It's scary.
That's
I
a
did the
rough
quick
one.
version of it. Super scary story for me to tell.
So yeah, no, it's going 10 again for me.
That man
Thank you.
said.
That's
yeah,
it is a 10 for me. That is
Yeah,
a
that's
nightmare. Living
like-
that story is a nightmare. But
Knowing you
I can't explain
and
it.
Like knowing you and knowing the fact that you don't really exaggerate anything, and like the emotion I could hear in your
Yeah.
voice with it, and just your body language and stuff, like seeing like
Yeah.
literally watching the hairs on your arm raise when
It's
you're talking about
scary
certain
stuff.
points of it.
Gee, that was
Yeah.
wacky, dude.
No, that
I can't explain it.
I was worried. I thought you were for sure going to tell me that the reason you froze when you were yelling at Austin was you saw like down the hallway and saw the girl.
no,
yeah, yeah,
Dude,
it's like
I was
Silent
like,
Hill or something like that. Just
I was like ready
I
to
can't-
cry, dude. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh no!"
I can't explain what happened to me. It was like, what do they call that? Catatonic. I went completely catatonic. I couldn't move. My eyes watered up. I was still cognitive. I knew what was happening around me, and I realized I couldn't see. I was looking through tears that weren't coming down my face, and then suddenly, everything came out. Can't explain it. But I couldn't move. I was just. I did not say that. I said, I was more of a chicken than what you're going for. All right, so final story is Zach's. We're going to hit this, and then we're going to jump into trivia.
Will try to speed it up as much as I can.
Yep, I
it's kind of
understand.
it's kind of roughly the same length as the other one.
Okay.
So first of all, I used to be a janitor at the high school that I went to, Rosebud High School. I'll shout them out. Not that they need it. Not that you should send your kids there, but but either
Thank
way.
you for our sponsors, Rosebud Elementary.
Hey.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
But anyways, so I went there. I was janitor. The year after I graduated, just looking for a job, easy job to get. Your school knows you, so they're like, yeah, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. Janitor. Summer rolls around.
Okay.
So when you're a yearly janitor, you're just doing a normal thing, it's cleaning up after the kids, all that stuff in the school day or at the end of the school day. Okay, nice. It's sweaty.
I am hot over here, so I'm giving it to you.
So at the summer, though, teachers aren't there. We're moving stuff out of the rooms, redoing floors, redoing hallway floors, all that stuff. And so this summer, we're doing like 10-hour days, something like that. And me and my homie are in the elementary. First of all, being a janitor in an elementary school at nighttime or when people aren't there is terrifying. Let me just tell you, schools seem very cool and chipper until there's nobody there, and then suddenly they are terrifying and you are in a nightmare.
Yeah.
However, summer, daytime, bright outside. Me and a different this time.
cut to.
Me and
Katu.
Katu are we're working together on some rooms and some hallways, just moving desks and stuff out to the hallways so we can redo the floors and everything, deep cleaning. We go to lunch. We go to take our break. It's not lunch break. It may just be a regular break, but we're on our break. So we're way down away from where the janitors hang out. So we don't want to go all the way over there for our break because it's like 15 minutes. So we're just kind of like, let's go to the teacher's lounge because it's right here. We go to the teacher's lounge. Cool. We've never been to teacher's lounge when we're there, We're like, hey, we get to be in the teacher's lounge, a couple teenage boys like, hey.
Cigarettes in here. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, no. But anyways, bunch of megaphones laying around because teachers, recess, elementary especially,
What school did you? Never mind. Rosebud.
Yeah, I told you. It
Okay,
sounds
yeah.
exactly like that
Yeah.
too. But, anyways, we're
There's a gnat letting you know.
we're
Sorry.
in the teacher's lounge and we're reminiscing on some old video games. Talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Adventure because me and him were big fans. I'm still a big fan of Sonic.
The fact that you just referred to Sonic Adventure 2 as an old video game makes me feel anxious.
Well, older for us at the time because that was for teenage boys. That was reminiscing. Was
And
talking
he is
about the video.
vastly younger
I'm
than you.
vastly younger than you guys. So you Benjamin Button having. Anyways,
Damn you.
we're playing with these megaphones and stuff because we didn't get to ever mess with them when we were kids, So we're like playing with them and saying stuff through them, and we found a record button on there. Like, oh, cool, let's record stuff. We record a couple things back and forth, just silly little messages and cuss words that shouldn't be on those megaphones.
School megaphones.
Thought
yes.
about leaving them on the megaphone just so when the teachers play the button, something comes out.
Get
that
back
shouldn't.
here, you
Yeah, exactly. And it could have been a cool prank, but we didn't leave it there. Instead, we were singing songs I was playing some music from Sonic, and there's a song on one of the old Sonic games by Crush 40 called "Open Your Heart." And there's only like one lyric in the song that says like "Open your heart," and I sing it like that in that voice I just did, where it's like "Open your heart." So very.
I'm more a fan of Live and Learn, but
Yeah, I am too. I like it too, but very feminine the way I just said it, but not you could still probably tell, maybe just because you're looking at me, I don't know, maybe the viewers can think differently, but or listeners can think differently, but you can still tell that that's not like a woman voice. Like,
right.
There was
Are you sure?
maybe not, but either way, trust me though when I tell you, we played it back a couple times. We laughed. We thought it was hilarious because I don't know, we're two autistic dudes working as janitors at a store. We think, or at a school, we think any little noise or anything is hilarious. That was my humor back then. Say a noise, make a noise while the presenter's presenting. It's funny. Anyway, so we say, or I'm doing this, playing this thing back. I play it back a couple times. It sounds one way. I play it back one more time.
Yeah.
An actual grown female woman says, "Open your heart." Different tone.
Like not singing it?
Not singing it.
Oh, no.
Just says the words, "Open your heart," through the thing. And we laughed. We were like, ha, and then we're like, and kind of look at each other like, wait a second. Then immediately, chills on both of us. We were like, dude, what the, we're like, what the heck was that? I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. I was tearing up then. I was like, dude, did you hear that? Play it again. Back to normal. And yeah, and we're like, we tried to recreate it. I tried to play the actual song into it because it is a little bit higher pitched singing. I tried to do the voice because I could do some voices, not quite as good as you, but I could do some. Could not recreate this thing. I played it. I hit every button with it. I tried to, make it malfunction. Could not recreate an actual woman. Because we were like, if we can, I told him audibly, I was like, if we can recreate that, then we know something's wrong. Something's wrong with the device.
Yeah.
Could not recreate it. And I am not kidding, dude. An actual female woman. Not a pretend voice. If you could do that voice as a male or anyone could do that voice and it's not your normal voice, I would give you money. Because not really. For legal reasons.
The listeners are like,
but dude,
I am a woman. Yeah,
this voice was like clear as day, no static on the megaphone. Didn't sound like you couldn't even hear him laughing in the background. Nothing. Completely like a different person recorded it entirely. Just said, "Open your heart." And
like not singing it.
Not singing it, saying the words. Because I was singing like, "Open your heart," doing that kind of thing. I was like, doing all the stuff. No. This thing said the words, "Open your heart," female voice. And we tried to recreate it for probably 10 minutes of our break, and then we left. We left the break room because we're like, never taking a break in here again.
Never cleaning this room.
I could tell you a lot of stories about that place, but either way.
Wow. So I would say, I got to have my thinking caps to hit you with mine. I would say, as far as, I've got a mixed or a hybrid score. So I would think because I cannot hear the woman voice, it's not as spooky for me. However, your storytelling really conveyed the fact that it was kind of spooky when it happened.
It was spooky.
So I'm going to hit it with a 6
Yeah.
On the spooky scale because...
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The logic in me says any number of malfunctions could have happened. And
that's where my logic's
Yeah.
going. So I'm glad you said that. So my logic is actually cranking this down to probably a 3 or 4. Initial spooky factor 6. Had I heard it, probably an 8.
Yeah.
Right? But because I can't hear her voice.
Oh, yeah.
And yours was frightening. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
When
yeah.
your singing scared the poo out of me.
Yeah,
but
I know, it does every time.
if I was there, probably an 8. Like in the moment. If I was like, wait a second, what was that? Definitely scary. Imagining, trying to envision, and in your storytelling combined, I'm giving it a 6 simply because I'm missing that element of that experience.
Oh, trust me, I 100% understand. This is a story that it was terrifying in the moment. In hindsight, it's funny to tell, but in the moment, dude, it was like the fact that we said this, or we played it back and we go, oh.
We were like, that pause where you had to like register.
Yeah, we laughed because we're like, oh, that was a good one, and then we're like, wait, nope, that didn't come out of me.
I did not do that. But no, I think logically I'm going to hit it with a 3 because my brain is instantly going back to some kind of an audio malfunction that you could not reproduce.
Yeah.
Not saying, not debunking by any stretch because maybe it was some lady like, oh, I love this jam, and comes in,
I love this song too.
hits you with it, But
it sounded like Winnie the Pooh saying,
that was, oh, bother, open your heart. Come on, Christopher Robin. Yeah, you could definitely hit that, but it's the fact that I think there's so many times with video, even photographic. Speaking of photographic,
There's
there
so
will
many
be
things.
something on Facebook.
Ooh, a little spooky Facebook.
A little
Easter egg.
spooky. I'll post it on the 20th, the day that this hits the air. I will post the Facebook post of something I captured that I can't explain in a picture. So
It is scary. You have showed us here.
I've showed you, and here's the weird thing. I want to finish on yours, and then
Yeah.
I'll talk about that. So, but 3, just because I know that weird stuff can happen, right? And it's
can.
like I can't reproduce it, but dude, it could have been a glitch. It's too explicable as a glitch, but doesn't eliminate the spooky factor.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
6
Yeah.
for me, 3 on logic, but 6 for me on in the moment. 8 if I heard it, definitely an 8.
Yeah, I'm going 6 too, just because like it is spooky.
Yeah.
It's really creepy. It's really weird. It
Could be explained.
it could be
Oh, yeah,
explained.
for
It
sure.
doesn't mean for certain that that's what it was, but without, like Matt said, without hearing it myself, I have to go with the
The logical side. Yeah.
the logical side of my brain goes,
Yeah.
it was something with the speaker.
It had to be. I still think to this day it had to be. It was scary that happened. It's scary in the moment. Again, I don't believe in ghosts, and I'm like, nah, that probably was it. But it's still scary to speak about. Still tears me up anytime I talk about it.
Yeah, see,
I could tell you other stories about working at that school as well as a janitor
Well,
overnight and
say-
stuff.
We're definitely going to have to hit a part 2 on the spookies, because I've got more stories
some of those
too.
other
so.
stories kind of link to this story as well. So
See, and
Well, I know
when it comes-
Angela has some spooky stories too. She just hates to be on a voice recording,
Yeah.
but she definitely has some spooky stories too. So, and Kim said she's got some spooky.
Yeah.
Celeste said there ain't nothing spooky
So
in my life
Kim-
but my hubby. So
just
that's
a preface to this.
she said he scares me all the time. He gets so mad
Kim-
into video games.
Yeah, Kim used to be a CNA.
so you've probably seen a lot.
Kim used to work in-
CNA a lot.
I've never personally experienced
Too
it,
soon.
but my
Right.
family has, so I have.
Okay.
Okay, so she's got family related, but
So
Yeah.
we may actually, on the next spooky episode we do, we may actually bring as guest the Peanut Gallery on to let them tell
Well,
their story.
what we can do is we can use this episode as promotional for if you stick around when it gets to spooky season, October, November. We'll do some spooky themed episodes, maybe in a row there, where we
And-
do
and
some
if,
listener
yeah, so yes, oh
stories,
God, we
some
talked
more of
about
our
that.
stories.
So we did, it's beerandwingspod
Pod
at gmail.com. If you guys got some spooky stories and you would like us to share them, and if it's spooky enough, we may actually call you on as a guest. Because
Yeah.
I'd like to have the crap scared out of me.
Yeah, and it
so
would be a lot better coming from the person.
yeah, from the person versus me going, well, listener X
Yeah, yeah.
said that their grandma came and knocked on their door. Grandma's been gone for 14 years. It's not that scary. But if you could come and retell the story, that may be something we're interested in. So make sure if you got some spooky stories, email us at beerandwingspod at gmail.com. Everything's spelled out just like it sounds. If you can't spell, why are you still up? It's past your bedtime.
Also, tell us in the email if you're not great at telling stories, but you want your story told. Tell us to have old Zenith work it up a little bit. I won't embellish anything. I won't add anything extra, but I am going to school for a writing degree. I'd like to say I'm a decent writer. I can kind of write it up.
He knows
I
most
can-
of his letters of the alphabet,
I
guys.
know.
He's doing a
I
fantastic
know 23
job.
out of 26,
I was
and
gonna
I'd
say
say
23
that's
out of
pretty
26
good.
is not
Those
bad.
last three get me. My name starts with one
That
of
was
them.
two of them.
He did go to school at Rosebud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
he did go to school in
Rosebud.
I got
They're
full
gonna,
rights
anybody
everywhere,
in Rosebud that's listening right now is like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, there goes half
It's
the
a
view.
town of population of 400.
We'll conclude. Guys, thank you. I know
Story
it's not.
time is over,
I know it's not
yeah.
easy telling those spooky stories.
No, it's not.
I know it's not easy telling spooky stories. I know this episode maybe is going a little bit longer, but we had some stuff we really
Have
wanted
fun,
to
man.
cover.
We had fun with it.
Are we wanting to hit trivia still?
Yeah, we
let's
got
hit
trivia.
the trivia. Let's do the
We
trivia
blaze
thing.
through the
I'll work
trivia
hard on
real
this.
quick. What do we
What?
do?
Wait.
Thai pepper.
Wait. No, it does not sound good.
Thai
You've
pep-
not eaten this thing. For hours, whoever loses will not be able to feel their lips but pain. I'm telling you.
I'll do Thai
except
pepper.
for this one.
All right, into trivia with our
You
game
guys will
master.
have to check us out on the Facebook to see what the punishment was. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, we'll
for
get
sure.
it figured out.
Da, 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun.
Game Master Joe.
All right, so this week we're going to do something a little different. We are doing song lyric trivia.
Oh, bless it. I'm not always good at that.
Yeah, so
I am also sometimes good at that.
I tried to do a couple of easy ones,
Okay.
and then we're going to go
Oh
into
my
some
God.
genres that neither one of you are probably going to
Okay, sorry.
No.
Sorry. I was hoping
Wait.
Stone Temple
Are we
Pilots.
going like multiple generations?
Yeah.
I don't don't like Joe anymore.
Yeah, we're talking multiple generations, multiple genres.
This is the
We're gonna
last
move the
episode.
mic.
that
We're
Joe
gonna
was
move the
on.
mic.
So this is like the
Telling
the
us the
game
song
show.
and the artist as well, or
No,
just
because if I
son
told-
of a bitch.
No,
I don't
'cause
like
if
this
I-
already.
Straight mad at
I'll
that.
tell you the song and the artist.
He's like,
afterwards, and you'll
one
be-
time there was, and he pauses, and I'm like, bro, there's a different podcast. One time there wasn't. Okay, yeah, all right.
All right, let's hit it.
All right, so we're starting
Who's
with
first?
Matt.
Eternal suck navel. Here it goes.
If
All
he
right.
does not get it, Zach, you do have an opportunity to
Chance to
steal.
steal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you
Yeah,
scorekeeping,
let's
or are you scorekeeping?
I'll score keep. She can back me up.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is for Matt.
Yes.
Take time with a wounded hand because it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand because I blank, blank, blank.
The song is "Creep" by Stone Temple Pilots.
It is.
From the album Core that came out in 1992, and it was Take Time. Well, it's I like to steal, I like to heal is the whole lyric.
Well, actually, you had it backwards, but yeah, it is. I like to steal.
I knew that one too.
Yeah.
I'm sad that wasn't me.
I don't know.
What was that?
Are we doing?
If you know the song, you know the artist.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Thank you, Celeste, for trying to help me beat Zach.
Gosh. Zach.
She's not my wife, I'm telling you. She's
V.
a demon replaced her.
The next one is
She's a
here you
Thai
go.
pepper
Ready?
that has
V.
legs.
And then I get it immediately. It's like,
Son
what?
of a. The demon's back, helping him from across the
All
room.
right,
with the HDMI
come on,
cables.
demon, let's do it. I reached up to God, but all right.
The
Come
power of peanut butter compels you. All right, so Zach, it is. I'm winning, you're losing. I'm falling, your agony. Lower than lower before you're blank, blank.
I'm winning. I'm losing. That's Static X.
Yeah.
He made this one for Zach. That's not fair.
Okay, read it again to me.
I'm winning, you're losing. I'm falling, your agony. Lower than lower before you're blank, blank.
Oh, I don't know it. I don't know it.
All right, Matt.
I know the verses because
I'm
I
winning.
sing them.
Sing it for
You
me.
gotta sing it like, I'm winning. I'm losing.
I'm falling, your
Your
agony.
agony.
Lower than lower before you're blank, blank.
Lower than lower.
Killing me?
before you
No.
It is forgotten memory.
Forgotten memory. God bless.
It is the only from Static X.
Yeah, I just
That was a violent spoon
I
throwing.
didn't get it.
Matt didn't steal it?
I couldn't steal it. I don't
Matt
listen to
doesn't
crappy
listen.
music.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa! Wait, hold on a second.
Whoa!
All right, all right.
Rick Wayne Static.
R.I.P. Him and his wife.
And his wife. Hey,
Yeah.
Sanche.
So
Moment of
Slow
silence
down, slow down on the water, Joe. Slow down on the water.
it's actually flavored water.
Oh, it's
actually-
flavored water.
it's-
Shoot,
it's-
he's gone hardcore.
Oh boy!
It's dragon fruit lemonade.
I'm hydrated with flavor.
Next
fellas.
one, Matt.
All right.
All right, Matt. Steal, borrow, refer. Save your shady inference. Kangaroo done blank the blank with the innocent.
It's Tool. Give me the first line.
Steal, borrow, refer. Save your shady inference.
Kangaroo jury. Done hung the jury with the innocent.
Yeah.
Hey, take it.
And
I don't like that you're giving him. I could have got that one.
It is the pot by Tool.
The pot. That's the one.
And I was like, I'm gonna throw that in
Who
there
are
just because we
you
were talking
to
about it.
wave your finger?
You must have been out your.
God, I'd listen to it the other day again, right in front of her again, and did
Great
the same
song.
thing.
Great song. All right, it's Zach's turn. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll.
Dang it.
All right.
This one's by Hubert Stumperstank.
L-E-E. No, please.
Billie
Ding,
Jean
ding, ding.
is not my love.
No, okay.
I was like,
no, I've got that. That's okay. I can do that.
Like the timing of that.
Burst out of my chest and hide out blank, blank, blank. My blood beats so alive, might bite right through your lens.
Oh, that's Sleep Token. That's their new song. Burst out of my chest. Hide in your ventilation shafts. Hide in the vent. It's something
Actually, no,
about
it's in the vents.
in the vents. Yeah,
It's
it's,
in the
it's a xenomorph
You
reference.
exactly get it. You
He just said it. He
Half
literally
point
just-
for Zach.
Oh, come on, give me the point. I was gonna say hide in the ventilation shafts or hide in the vents. It was one of the two.
All right. Anyway,
I'll take the point. You're
bet
two
you-
ahead. You're two
I bet
up.
you will take the point.
You're two up.
Oh, you
What
did
we
miss
done?
one.
Oi.
That's right. Oi.
right.
Oi, oi, oi. I know that song. The next
Oi.
words are oi, oi.
Oi. Oi. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you'd blank, blank, blank until you died?
And every time you... One more time.
And
It's Alanis Morissette from Jagged Little Pill. The song is You Ought to Know. And give me the lyrics again.
And every time you speak her name, does she know
Know how you told me you'd love me until you die, but you're still alive. What?
No.
Sing me the lyrics again.
What?
Sing
And
it to
every
me.
time you speak her name, does she know how you told me blank, blank, blank until you died?
You'd
Oh,
love
man.
me until you
It's
died.
a sex
Till you died.
reference.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
is
a
it?
different line in the song.
Is
That's a
it?
different
Is that a
one.
different line?
That's the one about the theater.
Oh, the theater. Yep. I can't. I don't know.
It's you'd hold me.
Oh my god.
I said you love me, but you
Yeah.
gave him vent for ventilation shaft.
Oh,
I
my
remember
God.
so
But
clearly,
I was
Joe.
on my way to say or in the vents.
I remember.
I heard the words "in the vents" did come out of his mouth.
He said in the ventilation shaft
I
where the
said
air
in the
conditioner
vent.
blows.
No, I said in the ventilation shafts or in the vents.
In my defense, he didn't say in the vents, but
I
that's
was
okay.
about to, and he caught me.
Where's scorekeeper? What's score?
Matt 2, Zach 1.
I see you. I see you.
You're not going to get this.
No, no.
Oh, it's his
no.
turn. Okay,
Uh oh.
no pressure.
Uh oh.
You got this.
He did gear these towards specific people.
You got this. Man, machine. You got this. Get it.
Faint white figures paint my sleep. Please don't blank, blank, blank. Keep them hidden.
Something about HDMI cables.
Yeah, this is odd because I think you're talking about my story. Hit me with the lyrics one more time.
Faint white figures paint my sleep. Please don't blank, blank, blank. Keep them hidden.
Can you tell me who it is?
Nope.
I know. I can't tell you then. Matt's
Sure.
gonna steal it. He's got it.
I don't know it. I was just clapping because
Oh.
you losing, bro.
This is actually one of my favorite songs.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, that's why. Neither
Yeah.
one of
Cyndi
us were gonna-
Lauper.
Cyndi
No,
Lauper.
It's faint white figures paint my sleep. Please don't tell my secrets. Keep them hidden. It's Blood Red Summer by Coheed and Cambria.
Oh,
I listen to Coheed, but I don't listen to him that much.
it was like I listened to it that one time just to hit skip. Remember?
Oh,
When
yeah.
that was playing?
Y'all
My
quit.
favorite song is still "Welcome Home," and it always will be.
My favorite's The Crowing.
All right, yeah. Neither one of us. Go to the next
All
one.
right, is this
Whose
round
turn is it?
4 now? This is the
Yeah,
final round.
This would be yours.
I'm
this
up
would
by
be-
one,
yeah,
correct?
and it's your freaking turn.
Wait, am I up by one? I'm up by one. So if I get this one, you're the little teapot outside, buddy.
I'm a little
So,
teapot.
Are we doing the tie pepper challenge?
No, unfortunately,
We're saving that till we're mad at each other because oh no, he is going to do it regardless because he kept talking crap about it wasn't that hot.
I didn't say
So-
that. I didn't say that one time.
So
I said
that's-
I could
didn't
just
he say
deal
it
with
wasn't that hot? He could
And
handle
he
heat.
goes, oh,
I said-
He said he could handle it.
I know. I said I could handle heat. I didn't say I could handle it, and I
I've
didn't say anything about it being
really
not
hot
hot.
things.
No, but
I mean, we've got audio. We can play it back.
Yeah, we've got it recorded. No, 100%. I'm
It's
confident
called-
with that because
This is a completely different genre.
Is this for me?
Yes.
Oh god, it's a different genre. It's like way down yonder on the
way down yonder on it.
Actually,
on the
That's
blank
the
to
genre.
blanky.
Yeah, no, that's the genre.
Oh,
Is it really?
God. What?
Yeah.
I might get it.
I'm sick of sitting at the house, dying on my phone, wishing I was somewhere that I could be alone. Try to let you go. Something always reminds me. I bet breaking up was blank, 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 blank.
One more time for the
I'm
peanut
sick of
gallery.
sitting at the house, dying on my phone, wishing I was somewhere I can be alone. Try to let you go. Something always reminds me. I bet breaking up was blank, 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 blank.
I don't think it's what I thought it was. Is it some
Who is it? Who's the artist?
90s?
The artist is Sam Hunt.
Oh,
I don't listen to Sam Hunt.
Autumn? No, it was Audrey that liked them.
I don't listen to Sam Hunt,
Okay.
brother.
So
I
it
only
is-
listen to good
I
music.
think we need a new game, Mister.
All right.
Yeah.
So, y'all hush.
Could have thrown some Eminem lyrics at me all day. I could have got him.
Hold on.
Mom's spaghetti. I mean,
All right. So
It's mom's
It's-
spaghetti every time.
everything is
I'm sick of-
palms are sweaty.
all right. So the answer is I'm sick of sitting at the
Who,
house.
whose turn is it? Yours.
No,
We both
neither
passed.
one of y'all got it.
We both passed.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're-
y'all both passed.
But technically, it's Zach's turn then.
Zach's turn. And if he
Oh.
gets this, then it's tied.
And
yeah,
then we
but
go to
I
the
never
tiebreakers.
gave the answer.
No.
Oh.
James.
What was the answer?
Yeah, I passed on
Hold
it
on.
though.
It's I'm sick of sitting at the house, dying on my phone, wishing I was somewhere I can be alone. Try to let you go. Something always reminds me. I bet breaking up was
Killing Me Kindly?
easy in the 90s.
Easier in the
That sounds
90s.
like a stupid song.
It is.
Oh,
It's
it's
Sam
not.
Hunt.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, listen to stupid
It's
songs.
new-ish,
Not
like
like
it's
Family.
like 5 years old.
Brother, you could have hit me.
I'm gonna
Tyler
look at the
Children.
words.
Childers.
Hold on, let me
Breaking
read
up
this real
was easy
quick.
in the 90s.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read
yeah,
these
get some.
tiebreakers real quick just to see what we got.
Dude, you could have given me like Zach Bryan or Tyler Childers or any number of other people that aren't crappy, but
Well,
that's okay.
here we go. This is going to be interesting because this one's going to be out of your age
Wait,
range.
Hey,
Hey, hold
we're
on.
the tiebreaker yet.
Oh wait, he
It's
missed.
not a tiebreaker.
So
Yeah, it's
wait, is
like
it three?
It's Zach's turn.
It's Zach's
Zach's
turn.
turn.
Okay, so
Oh,
All right. Dimebag Daryl, God bless that man, ripped from us by the blank, blank, blank. The only thing in his plan was love and rock and roll.
I don't know the song. I love Dimebag.
I love
Darrell.
Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, I
hate
love
the way
anybody
he died,
referencing Dimebag.
but I don't know the song written by or about Dimebag.
Read it
Darrell.
one more time.
Dimebag Daryl, God bless that man, ripped from us by the blank, blank, blank. The only thing in his plan was love and rock and roll.
Hatred of a Man. I don't know.
I have no clue, and I need to know the
Johnny
artist.
Cash.
Actually, it's Cross Canadian Ragweed, and it was Dimebag Daryl.
For real?
What? In
Did he just
God's-
name something I'm allergic to?
Actually, you would probably like the song because it also.
Son of a.
So the first part references Dimebag Daryl. The second part references Kurt Cobain, and he talks about their death.
Why do you
Well,
think
that's
I like
fine,
it?
man, but
Because it's a good song.
can it be
Oh.
by someone that I'm not allergic to?
I get itchy when I listen, but damn, it's
Anyway,
good.
it's Dimebag Daryl. God bless that man. Ripped from us by the devil's hand.
By the devil's
The
hand. I
only
could have
thing
guessed that
in
if
his
I really would
plan
have
was
thought
love
about
Yeah.
it.
and rock and roll.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. Cross Canadian Ragweed.
Yeah, actually,
Kim, you do the questions next
so
time.
actually they just no, like they're a very popular band. They just sold out Boone Pickens Stadium in Oklahoma.
All right, so
Pickens Stadium sounds like somewhere I don't want to sing out. This sounds like the state fairgrounds.
we're at Boone Pickens Stadium here with Canadian Cross Ragweed.
So that's actually it's at Oklahoma State University, and they sold 187,000 tickets.
Oh, is this where they did the Selena tribute? I just need to know. That's
No, this is actually where they did a big concert called the Boys from Oklahoma.
Now I got
they
deep.
sold out a football stadium 4 consecutive nights.
High school football stadium. It was
No.
amazing.
Actually, a major college football stadium.
It sounds like it could fit 5 people that are just taking a break from work.
Yeah, so
Four if grandma comes.
so just for giggles, do y'all want to hear?
wait, did I win?
Yeah, you won. You won 2
He
to
won.
1. But
Yeah, you
Three?
beat
I
me.
thought it was 3-2.
no, it was 2
No, 2-1.
2-1?
We both
Yeah,
passed
y'all
on that
both
one
passed
and
on
that
the
last
last
one
All
by
right.
freaking Canadian Ragweed.
So anyway, the first tiebreaker is, and if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I going to be blank, 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 blank?
I don't know, it sounds like some Sleep Token stuff again, but I'm not sure.
It's not Sleep Token.
Well, I don't know. I only know Sleep Token.
Okay, so it's actually Pompeii by Bastille.
What the? Brother, I don't like 2012 pop. Okay.
He's like, this one's by
That's what made it harder.
BTS.
They're not supposed to be easy.
All right. Well, if you throw
Um,
me,
And the line is, how am I going to be an optimist about this?
the next one's gonna be X Japan, and it's gonna be fully in Japanese, and we're not gonna know it.
cross country crabgrass or something. All right, so trivia. The winner 2 episodes in a row was none other than Matrix Gaming.
He is undefeated.
You give me
So
video
far-
game trivia next time. I've got it all
Actually,
day.
next time it's going to be movie quotes.
Okay, we can
I'll
do
do better
some
than that
we can
too,
do
but
some
okay.
trivia. So because we went back and forth, I will give Zach the choice. You can either, in front of everyone, dance and be the I'm a Little Teapot out in the commons area
Yeah.
while eating the
That's
Thai
a-
chili pepper.
Oh wow.
Or you can just eat the Thai chili pepper.
I'll just eat the Thai chili.
Woo! Zach wants the
Well,
Thai chili pepper.
Here's the thing. It's not a challenge for me to do the I'm a little teapot thing in front of everyone, because that's just something I might do on like the off occasion.
Yeah, you
anyways.
can't embarrass somebody that
frozen?
doesn't get embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like, that's,
There's a place. We're going to go as a group. So I need everybody. Peanut Gallery, if you're interested. If you're not, you're a bunch of peanuts.
I didn't need to ask my parents' permission.
You're an adult.
Oh.
And I gave you permission.
Oh.
I love you.
we
son.
need an adult here, adults.
So here's the thing. Everybody listen up. I am working on, and we'll go over the details later, but connecting to this episode,
Uh-oh.
I am coordinating and getting us set up to go to a real haunted house?
In Rosebud.
In
Is it the big house?
Yes.
If it's the big house, how did you get permission, dude? I tried to do that for my YouTube
I'm
channel.
working on permission. I've got the information.
Five.
Okay, so this is the thing. So time out. So here's the thing. We'll talk privately. We'll have a little meeting of those that are interested. So I'm going to go round robin right now, and I need to know if you're a chicken, you'll be the wings on the next week's episode. But Zach, are you down for visiting the Darden Gifford house in Rosebud?
I am always down.
Woo!
Also shown in the movie Mud.
Yes, Celeste.
All right, listen, I'm saying like
Are you coming in?
no.
Okay, Celeste is out. Celeste does not want in.
Put on the porch. What do you mean?
Mo, are you in?
Mo, are you in?
Of course.
Angela. Angela's in. Kim.
No.
Autumn.
Yes.
Autumn.
Yeah.
Autumn's in. James.
James is in. Joe.
Let me hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
I'm in.
Woo! So we will we'll get it all ironed out. I'll let you guys know the details, and this is going to be the thing. The audio will probably not be on Spotify for this, so if you're only on Spotify, I would encourage you to give us a follow on YouTube and Facebook. This is the kind of content that we're going to be posting on YouTube and Facebook. We'll probably give a recap, I would imagine, especially if some of the stuff I've read that's happened in that house happens to us. Oh, yeah. We'll do a recap on...
Yeah, dude, that house has got legends, man.
So next podcast, I'm actually working on getting a guest here, guys. We will have hopefully a guest on the next episode. It's one of the ones I told you guys about in the first episode, so I'm talking to him. Hopefully we can get him here on the next episode.
Interesting.
Diving into some stuff around kids. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a rougher. If he can make it on the next podcast, hopefully we have him here with us, and that's my intention. If not, we will definitely snag something else. So that's where we're at, guys. I want to tell you thank you so much, listeners. You guys have been amazing on episode 1. Hopefully we just grow exponentially
The
from here.
support was insane. I know this will be a kind of rough second episode again, too, because it'll be a little bit longer, probably. I'm not sure where we're sitting.
Thank you for sticking around.
Yeah,
this
but
long.
thank you guys for sticking around. If you did stick around this far, first of all, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But also, second of all, that's an insane amount of support if you were willing to stick with us this long. And there's no pressure on you. If you're going to work and you listen, listen to the episode throughout the day when you can. That's okay.
100%.
Share around. That's the biggest thing that's going to help us right now is share, dude. Facebook, on your story on Snapchat or this or that. Be like, hey, I found this cool podcast. It's doing amazing already. Thank you guys. Again,
100%,
I
thank
know
you.
what I'm talking about with these analytics, and I can tell you that I did not imagine that we would hit any of these goals that we've hit within the first episode.
Nope.
So,
And dude, I almost forgot one more thank you at the Rock House today on the Wings. I
Rock
want to thank
House.
Bridget. Thank you
Bridget.
again. Your customer service, as always, super amazing. I told you I'd give you a call out. Hopefully you listened to the whole thing. This is your little Easter egg. Thank you. We appreciate your customer service and your hospitality. You're super awesome. 2 times in a row, you've been great. But guys, from all of us here at Beer and Wings and from the Peanut Gallery, we thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next time. And until then, good luck and have fun. Bye.